Ministry of Ayush and Ministry of State, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India, we are deeply honored by your presence, sir, and grateful for your visionary leadership in steering the Ayush sector towards national and global prominence. Can we have a huge round of applause? एक बार जोरदार तालियों के साथ Honorable Minister of State श्री प्रताप राव जी जाधव का हम हार्दिक स्वागत करना चाहेंगे. Extending you a very warmest and a hearty welcome, sir. Well, a very good morning to the distinguished guests, esteemed dignitaries and members of Ayush and Healthcare fraternity. On behalf of Ministry of Ayush, it gives me great pleasure in welcoming you all to the Ayush Medical Value Travel Summit. This event brings together the key stakeholders, including Ayush hospitals, wellness centers, yoga institutes, tour operators, insurance companies, Ayush product manufacturers, integrative healthcare providers from Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Telangana, Kerala, and Puducherry. We'd like to extend our heartfelt gratitude and warmest welcome to our chief guests, distinguished dignitaries, for gracing us with their esteemed presence at today's summit. Can we have a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen? Yes. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, we'd also like to extend our warmest welcome to Honorable Minister of Health, Family Welfare and Medical Education, Government of Andhra Pradesh, Shri Satya Kumar Yadav ji. बार जोरदार तालियों के साथ हम हार्दिक स्वागत करना चाहेंगे. And we would like to extend our heartfelt welcome to Dr. Rajan N. Kobragade, Additional Chief Secretary, Health and Family Welfare Department, Government of Kerala. We'd like to extend our heartfelt welcome to Ms. Monalisa Dash, Joint Secretary, Ministry of Ayush, Government of India. And Dr. P. Sendil Kumar, Principal Secretary, Health and Family Welfare Department, Government of Tamil Nadu. Can we have a huge round of applause and welcome? A warmest welcome to you, sir. And we'd also like to extend our heartfelt welcome to Srimati Salma K. Fahim, Secretary, Department of Tourism, Government of Karnataka. Like to extend a hearty welcome, ma'am. And also like to extend our welcome to Mr. Arvind Vachasvi, Co-Chair, FICCI Ayush Committee and Managing Director, Shri Shri Tatwa. Well, I would also like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to all our participants and supporting organization for their contribution. Thank you and wishing you all a very fruitful and an inspiring experience at the Ayush Medical Value Travel Summit. Thank you so much everybody for taking your valuable time in your busy schedule and for gracing your glorious presence on this momentous occasion. We are truly honored to have you all here with us today. As we begin our today's proceedings, it is customary to invoke the blessings of Lord Dhanvantari and Lord Agathir, the divine healer and the preserver of health. We now invite our dignitaries to kindly join us on the stage for the ceremonial lamp, that is lighting of the lamp, and Dhanvantari Puja and Lord Agathir Puja. I would request all our chief guests, our esteemed dignitaries, to kindly join us forward. All right, ladies and gentlemen, can we have a huge round of applause for all our dignitaries on the stage for doing the ceremonial lamp and Dhanvantari Puja and also Lord Agathir Puja, symbolizing the removal of darkness and the beginning of knowledge, health and positivity. Thank you, esteemed dignitaries and our distinguished guests. Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, to set the context for today's discussion from the industry perspective, I now invite Mr. Arvind Varchaswi, co-chair of the FICCI Ayush Committee and Managing Director of Sri Sri Tattva, to kindly join us forward and share his remarks.
Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Shri Gurave Namaha. Honorable Minister for Ayush, Shri Pratap Rao Yadav ji, Honorable Minister Shri Satyakumar Yadav ji, and also all the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, media friends, and also my dear friends at the audience. It's a pleasure to be here and also share with you a stage that really has been perhaps the very core of what India or Bharat was. Let me take you back a little while. There was an economist who was sent over here to India during those days, a couple of centuries back, to find out that there was this one region on Earth that was contributing to more than 22% of the world's GDP. But when this person came here to this region, his name was Angus Madison. He realized that India or Bharat at that time contributed to more than 33% of the world's GDP. And he realized that this particular country called Bharat or India had many things really nicely figured out. And one of them was also medical value travel. If you notice that people all across India have been traveling from one part of the country to another, and also we see that a lot of the people would have ailments at those particular, at that particular point in life. So if you notice that medical value travel, India has championed it over centuries right now. And today, with the Honorable Minister's guidance and his leadership, we've seen that the Ayush systems are really getting a whole lot of impetus to see that not only on the national front, but also on the international front. I'm very happy to mention to you, Honorable Ministers, and also the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, that Sri Sri Tattva today is one among the most preferred destinations for medical value travel when it comes to the Ayush systems here in India. And we see that a whole lot of countries that come and participate, more than 100 countries come and participate for medical value travel at our Panchakarma centers. We've seen that people are really wanting to lead a more natural way of life. We've seen that especially COVID has taught us that it's no more that which pathy is better, but which pathy is relevant at that particular point in time in a patient's life. Whether it's allopathy or the Ayush systems, each one of them have their places. Today, we're seeing that medical value travel in the Ayush systems is gaining a whole lot of importance. We've seen that people would like to ensure that they take care of their lifestyles, and that's something that what the Ayush systems have totally championed. We're seeing that technology is also being imparted, including AI, as to how the entire system could be delivered better to the patient. I welcome all of you to make the Ayush systems as a part of your life. We've seen that they do have solutions that what perhaps we thought might not be there in other pathis. And it's something that what all of us need to champion in our lives. Being a proponent of the Ayush systems for a couple of decades now, I can definitely tell you that it's not only by experience, but also by documentation that what the system also has right now. A scientific approach and a scientific temperament towards how we actually record what the Ayush systems have actually given across to people is most important. And I encourage all of you and also appeal to the ministers and also the secretaries on stage to give the relevant impetus and also the platform that what the system would require. And I'm sure that from industry side, I can definitely tell you that all our industry members here would leave no stone unturned to see that we deliver quality medical value travel to people, whether it's in both products or services. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. It's such a pleasure to be here with all of you and wishing all of you the very best of health. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, we are absolutely and indeed privileged to have our chief guest here with us. And I would now request Ms. Mona Lisa Das, Joint Secretary, Ministry of Ayush, to felicitate our Honorable Minister of State, Ministry of Ayush and Minister of State, Shri Pratap Rao Jadhav ji, with a small token of love and gratitude. Sir, we are immensely grateful for your presence, sir. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, his presence here not only graces this occasion, but also adds immense value to our shared mission. Once again, we are absolutely grateful to our Honorable Minister of State, Ministry of Ayush and Minister of State, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India. Thank you so much, sir, for your wonderful presence. I would also request Mona Lisa ma'am to also felicitate our Honorable Minister of Health, Family Welfare and Medical Education, Government of Andhra Pradesh, Shri Satya Kumar ji Yadav. Can we have a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen? Yet again, his immense value to our shared mission. Thank you so much, sir, for your wonderful presence. Thank you, ma'am. Now I would request Dr. Srinivas Rao Chintar, Joint Advisor, Ministry of Ayush, Government of India, to kindly join us the dais and felicitate Dr. Rajan and Khobragde, Additional Chief Secretary, Health and Family Welfare Department, Government of Kerala. Sir, I would also request you to felicitate Ms. Mona Lisa Das, Joint Secretary, Ministry of Ayush, Government of India. Now I would request you to felicitate Dr. P. Sendil Kumar, Principal Secretary, Health and Family Welfare Department, Government of Tamil Nadu. So once again, we would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to all our esteemed dignitaries on dais for their wonderful presence. I now request you to felicitate Srimati Salma K. Fahim, Secretary, Department of Tourism, Government of Karnataka. Next, I would request you to felicitate Mr. Arvind Vachasvi, Co-Chair, FICCI Ayush Committee and Managing Director, Shri Shri Tattva. All right, thank you. Once again, we'd like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to all our esteemed dignitaries on dais. Ladies and gentlemen, now I would request Ms. Mona Lisa Das, Joint Secretary, Ministry of Ayush, Government of India, to kindly join us forward to address our wonderful gathering. Ma'am, over to you.
Namaskar to all. Vanakkam. Honorable Minister of State, Independent Charge, Sri Pratap Rao Jadavji. Honorable Health Minister, Andhra Pradesh, Sri Satya Kumar Jadavji. Sri Ranjan Khabragode, Additional Chief Secretary, Health, Kerala Government. Dr. P. Senthil Kumar, Principal Secretary, Health, Tamil Nadu. Ms. Salma Fahim, Secretary, Tourism, Government of Karnataka. Sri Arvind, Co-Chair, FICCI Ayush Committee. Senior officials of Ministry of Ayush, other ministries of Government of India, all senior officers representing the 6 southern states of India, senior business leaders, and other distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It's my pleasure to extend a warm welcome to all of you to this second Ayush-based Medical Value Tourism Summit in Chennai, a city renowned for its healthcare and its rich tradition in wellness. All of us have gathered here today to explore the unlimited potential of Ayush and explore in which way we can reap and harvest the best. Now, I would like to take you through a journey of medical value tourism in India. The medical value tourism in India, I would like to throw some data in front of all of you, the esteemed members present here. The market size of medical value tourism is 272 billion USD, and that is by 2027. And we have a huge scope as well as a role in that, because in India's compounded annual growth rate in the Ayush sector is 17%. Why? Because of its competitive pricing. We are very competitive in giving the quality services in the least cost. We have the cultural affinity because of the medicine, traditional medicine system that have originated on this soil, India. And we have, as I said, cost effectiveness. And of late, in the last 10 years, Government of India has taken many initiatives to integrate this traditional medicine system with the more modern medicine system, so that a person having some issues not only gets a modern medicine system, can have a cumulative impact of both. And government has started working on that, and it has achieved many milestones in that regard. Now, the rise of Ayush in medical tourism. That was about the medical value tourism for all entire modern medicine as well as Ayush. But now, coming in particular to Ayush, these days, all patients, they are no more interested in eating, or taking pills. So, they are seeking for some natural integrative healthcare and some preventive means to not fall into the trap of any diseases. And government has taken some initiatives, as I said. It has taken all initiatives to offer quality medical services, Ayush-based medical services to the people. And one of the measures is it has launched the Ayush visa, where the foreigners get a chance to apply visa, Ayush visa, and come to India for seeking or getting treatment in the Ayush sector. Now we'll come to the Ayush market growth in India. As I said, Ayush has done tremendously well in the last 10 years. And to be specific, in the last 7 years, the Ayush market has grown 6 times. That's a phenomenal growth. Unbelievable, but it's true. Similarly, and if we try to understand the subcomponents of it, then we see in some of the subcomponents, even the growth is higher. Now coming to Ayush, India's Ayush market potential, which is of great interest to the august audience sitting over here. I must tell, the projected growth in the Ayush sector is 70 billion by this year. So this year itself, we can achieve a growth of 25 billion USD. That is the potential in front of us. And what are the growth drivers? Because these days people are more aware of the Ayush system. Government has taken many initiatives and it is vigorously promoting Ayush sector. And there has been a global acceptance of Ayush medicine system across the globe. So these three things have played a very pivotal role in making the Ayush market huge. Now I'll come to the Ayush visa. You know, the whole purpose of Ayush visa is to facilitate the Ayush-based treatment for the foreigners. And this was launched in 27th July of 2023. It's a recent move. And we must thank the Ministry of Home Affairs for this great role in having this visa in place. They have simplified all the processes. All the guidelines are in place, and that now travel, Ayush medicine treatment travel, that thing is at ease. And now it offers 4 categories of visa. One, visa, the Ayush visa, that is AY1, that is for a patient who wants to avail the visa. This is normal 2 categories of visa we usually get. One, the physical visa, you go and you go to the Indian embassy, apply and you get the visa. Second category, you apply online and you get the visa. That is e-visa facility. So in the physical facility, again 2 categories are there. One for the patient, other one for the attendants who want to accompany the patients from the different countries. Similarly, for e-Ayush visa category also, 2 categories are there for the patient as well as for the attendants. Now coming to the Ayush visa. The Ayush visa is usually, the physical visa is given for a 1 year period or till the period of treatment, whichever is less, and having a 3 multiple entries in a year if anyone wants to come and visit India for treatment. But it can be extendable up to 5 years on production of medical certificates and advice from the recognized and certified, I repeat, certified college hospitals. Similarly, e-Ayush visa is given initially for 20 days time, and it is also extendable to 60 days time. Now this is the portal that you see in front of you, going through which one can apply for the Ayush visa. And as I say, the hospital integration, now the hospitals who fulfill the criteria, so that we offer the quality services, they can register themselves. So a person applying, sitting in some different country, can see which hospital has what facilities, accordingly can choose and accordingly seek a request from the hospital and can apply and avail the service. So it's a very secure and transparent process so that people abroad, based abroad, they feel comfortable coming to India and they don't fall into the trap of somebody else. Now the service provisions that is there for the Ayush visa is, like under Ayush visa, we offer a comprehensive range of services like Ayurveda, Yoga, Unani, Siddha, Sovarikpa, and homeopathy. So anyone wants to get any sort of treatment in all these 5-7 sectors, they can apply accordingly. And it not only give preventive care or health, the wide spectrum of health conditions, it also offers curative form of treatment and rehabilitative services as well. And the most important thing, everyone is concerned these days about the quality services. If I spend so much money, I go there, what type of services I get? So we also assure quality services. So Ayush hospitals, IPHS compliant, they meet up all the essential quality services, necessary infrastructure, skilled human resource, essential drugs, diagnostics, and equipment, related to this, so that a person, when he or she applies sitting abroad, he knows okay, what sort of hospital he or she is going to. And in addition to that, many initiatives have been taken. Like some of the initiatives are like what the summit we are having today here. Last year also we had also a summit in 2024, that is in Mumbai. And the theme of last year summit was to transforming health and wellness through medical value travel. And in the last year G20, 2023 G20 summit also, the Ayush was featured in G20. That means the whole world was, their attention was brought towards Ayush system. And then Shanghai Cooperation Conference also. The expo was organized in Guwahati, and to facilitate in this regard, a MOU between Ministry of Ayush and ITDC has also been signed. Yes, now India, like what you see here in the picture, it's about the association of India with WHO, World Health Organization. So GTMC, right now we are in coordination with WHO. The first UN-based setup is established in India. This is the achievement of India because of the vigorous pursuance and perseverance and efforts that is being put by Government of India. And it is already in operation. The first WHO Traditional Medicine Global Summit was held 2023. In every 2 years this is held, and this year in the fag end of December, we are again planning to have this second WHO Traditional Global Summit. Similarly, the Global Technical Coordination Meeting on Traditional Medicine 2024 was also held. We just want to tell the world that we are ready to offer and we are equipped to offer quality services to you. Some other incentives which might be of great interest to you, I would like to flag it here. Like, it's not only for government officers or government organizations. We are open to even private people, that if anyone wants to participate in international exhibitions, trade fairs, road shows, they have to apply it to Government of India, Ministry of Ayush, and after the approval, they can go ahead and claim the reimbursement for 2 persons for their travel, for their accommodation, for hiring of stalls. And for different countries, limits are different. It is mentioned in the thing, in the slide, you can see it. The whole purpose is, we want to promote Ayush. And the business can never be only done by government. It's the people. They run the business. We have to just facilitate. So some of the other incentives are the market authorization. Like every country has their international regulatory authorities. And there our medicine is to be accepted. Then only our medicine can be sent in the form of medicine. So we have also a scheme in place where we handhold, we financially sponsor the agency for preparation of product dossier, fee for registration, and many more things which is enlisted here. After all these efforts, now I would like to draw your attention that what we have achieved in this last 2 years after the e-Ayush visa was launched. The e-Ayush visa, 75 countries have approached India and they have already availed this service. And so far, 1,358 e-Ayush visa have been issued. But in addition, simultaneously, as I said, the physical visas are also issued, but they are very less in numbers, and 29 countries they have applied from there. Now I would like to draw your attention towards the, how the state governments, they have reaped the benefits. So if you see, I must congratulate Kerala for that outstanding performance, and they have availed the service the most. So my request to rest all is, you people can also, I mean to say all the state governments can avail this just by providing a conducive environment to the people whosoever they want to come and they want to get treatment. But I must congratulate all the southern states because southern states are the leaders. That data is reflected on the screen. So again, this is about the e-visa, which countries is more interested in our Ayush sector. If you see, yes, Switzerland is at the top. So yes, that means we meet up somewhere the standards where countries like Switzerland, France, Germany, they have reposed their faith on our medicine system. It's the only thing that we have to offer better and better quality services with time. So, for the industry partners sitting in front of me, what are the benefits we offer to you is government is ready to fund in many things what I talked about. There are collaborative opportunities for you to conduct research. You can partner with the government, you can partner with many other organizations across the globe and carry forward your research because research is the thing. That is the most important thing in any of the especially science-based subject to carry it forward ahead and to ascertain your claim in the world. And the brand credibility, because Government of India is standing next to you, So when your thing is, your brand is associated with Government of India and we are supporting you, that actually increases the brand credibility to manifold. So, ladies and gentlemen, our vision is to transform India into a thriving Ayush health destination, offering vistas of opportunity to the people across the globe. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. We all are very rich to have such rich medicine system in place. And if all the world is one family, so it's our duty paramount that this medicine system is not only benefited by the people of India, but by every people of the world. And we are very honored to have the representatives of 6 southern states. In the following sessions, they will be making presentations, telling you what policy is in the policy of that state is in place, what next that they are doing to create the environment more conducive for you all. And the next session will have interaction with the business partners as well. And they will share their experiences, they will share their part of stories, and so that we can further modify our policy, both the state and Government of India, and make the environment more suitable for the future times to come. So with this note, I thank all of you for the patient hearing. Thank you all. Nandri.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Can we have a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you, ma'am, for your enlightening presentation. Your words have added great depth and direction to our gathering today. Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, with great honor, I would now like to welcome and invite our Honorable Minister of Health, Family Welfare and Medical Education, Government of Andhra Pradesh. Yes, Honorable Shri Satyakumarji Yadav to kindly join us and deliver his keynote address with a huge round of applause. Nalla oru balamana kaitataludan.
Before starting, normally I keep asking the audience whether I am audible. They would say yes. Then I would ask whether I am visible. Unfortunately, today at the podium, I thank organizers for organizing a comparatively small podium and making me visible to the audience. The chief guest of today's program, Honorable Pratap Rao Jadavji, the organizers, Sri Arvind ji, Fahim ji, Monalisha ji, Rajan ji, and Senthil Kumar ji, and distinguished guests and officials from Government of India and 6 southern states and media, ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ವಣಕ್ಕಂ, ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೆ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ, ಅಂದರಿಕಿ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರಂ. At the outset, let me thank the organizers, the FICCI, for holding such an important summit on medical value travel summit, and inviting all officials or stakeholders from southern states and trying to transform the southern state into a medical tourism hub. I also thank Honorable Minister for gracing this occasion, coming all the way from Delhi. He's been tirelessly working for the transformation of Ayush systems in India ever since he has taken over as minister at the center. Be it his introduction of Ayush visa, or holding region-wise summits or conclaves. Recently also had an opportunity just a month ago or so to attend a conclave on Ayush in Lonavala. I thank him for also focusing on southern states and are organizing this summit today. I come from Andhra Pradesh. You must be aware that it's a coalition government. Telugu Desam, Janasena and BJP. And I am being the lone minister from BJP in the cabinet. I thought I must not miss this an opportunity. I was expecting the other honorable ministers also for this important summit. However, the Andhra Pradesh has significant potential to develop Ayush as a medical tourism hub, given its varied pilgrimage centers like Tirupati Balaji, Sri Sailam, Annavaram, Simhachalam, or tourist and places of historical importance like Gandipeta, where I come from, which is known as Grand Canyon of India, and also Mahanandi, Belum Caves, many such tourist destinations, and more particularly vast coastline. Of course, every southern state has a vast coastline. That's a different thing, but Andhra Pradesh has beautiful beaches and 960 kilometers of vast coastline. The tourism policy, the new tourism policy for Andhra Pradesh, because I have taken over as minister 11 months back, because went to polls along with the general elections, parliament elections. We have come out with a new tourism policy that recognizes potential of wellness and Ayush in attracting tourists. Our state aims to diversify tourism beyond pilgrimage. Beyond pilgrimage, focusing on experiences that appeal both domestic and international tourists. That is the idea. And we are working closely with collaboration with the tourism department. Be it, we are also planning to organize a similar summit to attract more tourists domestically and internationally, and to expand wellness centers at all tourist destinations across the state. And also we are developing a portal that gives information about the certified hospitals, other Ayush institutions, facilities across the state. And more particularly, our focus is, like I said, to attract more international patients or tourists, whatever you call it as. We recently coming up with the idea on the lines of Global Medicity, which is a scheme of Government of India. We have a collaboration with Qatar. We are going on a PPP mode, where you have a facility for both modern medicine and also Ayush facilities, where we develop these facilities, modern medicine and Ayush facilities, also to attract more international tourists. We're also building to create recreation for them, mall kind of thing and other recreational activities also. Our Honorable CM Chandrababu Naidu ji has mooted this idea and is allotting almost 2 to 400 acres of land in the capital city area. As I told you, I took over 11 months back. I should not be seen as if I'm critical about the previous regime and carrying my political agenda. But like any other sector, the Ayush was most neglected sector in the past 5 years. And you will be surprised to note that in the past 5 years, during previous regime, the Andhra Pradesh state could avail only 38 crores under National Ayush Mission. And more particularly, those last 3 years, 21 to 24, is absolutely zero. Absolutely zero. That was the neglect that previous regime had on the Ayush. But thanks to Government of India, immediately when I took over as a minister, I went to Delhi and met Honorable Minister to appeal for sanction of certain amount. Then he was kind enough, immediately sanctioned 83 crores under previous SAP State Annual Action Plan. And this year, we are planning to double the figures so that we can have Ayurveda hospitals on a priority basis in every district, Ayurveda and other Indian medicine system hospitals and facilities across the state. And Minister has always been helpful. The moment I met him last month at Delhi, sir, we are coming out with a new proposal of SAP, State Annual Action Plan, with a double the figures, almost more than 150 crores. He said, "आप जितना लाओ, उतना हम करेंगे. आप जितना इसका इस्तेमाल कर पाएंगे, वो कर लीजिए, हम करते रहेंगे." तो सब मैं बता रहा था सर आपको, पिछले 5 साल में सिर्फ 38 करोड़ का आंध्र प्रदेश को मिला था. पिछले वो भी खास कर पिछले 3 साल में एक भी पैसा नहीं मिला, क्योंकि प्रदेश से प्रपोजल नहीं आया था. सर अब एनडीए सरकार है वहाँ, लेकिन जितना भी प्रपोजल लेके आएंगे आपको पास, आप थोड़ा कृपा करना है, तो आंध्र प्रदेश की तरफ देखना है. आयुष को हम नेक्स्ट लेवल पे ले जाने की प्रयास अपना प्रदेश की तरफ से जरूर करेंगे सर. और वी हैव 58 wellness centers, and out of 126 Ayushman Arogya Mandirs, we have 89 Ayushman Arogya Mandirs accredited, have NABH accreditation. I think probably this is the first state in entire India to have such a large number of Ayushman Bharat. Correct me if I'm wrong. And we are also focusing to get accreditation of NABH for rest of the Ayushman Arogya Mandirs also. And in every Arogya Mandir, we have tutors, yoga tutors. We saw to it that every Ayushman Bharat Mandir provides yoga for the villages or wherever the mandir is located. And it is pertinent to share. We actually have come for that purpose only. And you all know that India is celebrating its 11th International Yoga Day on June 11th. June 21st, 11th International Yoga Day. And thankful and very happy that the Honorable Prime Minister is gracing the occasion as a chief guest in Visakhapatnam. Andhra Pradesh is hosting 11th International Yoga Day at Visakhapatnam. Prime Minister will be the Chief Minister, Ayushman, and Honorable Minister will also be a guest of honor on that occasion. And why I'm mentioning about this is our Chief Minister, you must have heard about Chandrababu Naidu ji, is a go-getter. He works for 20 hours like our Prime Minister. Chandrababu Naidu ji also works for 20 hours a day. Then when Honorable Prime Minister consented that he would be the chief guest at the IVD on June 21st, my Chief Minister immediately said, call for a meeting, then said, convened a meeting, then formed a cabinet subcommittee, then said, what is the difference that you will make? I want something different. This is the 11th International Yoga Day, and it should be Nabuto na Bhavishyat. Then he gave us a target of mobilizing 5 lakh people on single venue, so that it will break all previous record. The previous record at Surat was 1,53,000. Now we are aiming to have this yoga practice on 21st June with 5 lakh people and single venue. And added to that, we are also making the people participative. Almost 2 crore out of 5.3 crore population of Andhra Pradesh, almost 2 crore people will also be participating in the Yoga Day celebrations from their respective places across the state. And most of the contribution is from the school education and as university psychology, 70 lakh people and all health professionals, everybody right from ANMs to ASHA workers to doctors to medical officers, everybody would be joining. And we are also, right from today, I was supposed to participate in a program today because we are planning 26-day theme-based yoga practices starting from today. Today, the entire police personnel of Andhra Pradesh have done yoga practice. The thousands of police personnel, and tomorrow is something else. Then day after, self-help groups, because Andhra Pradesh has a huge network of self-help groups. Then health professionals and medical fraternity. And one day it's only Divyang, and one day it is senior citizens, and one day it is celebrities. We have impressed upon all the celebrities like film stars and others. And sports personalities also. It is exclusively the film stars and celebrities would be participating in yoga. We have come out with a calendar, right, starting from today, 26th to 20th, and the final day, 20th June will be rehearsals for entire, whatever I have told you about rehearsals, and the final day, the mega event will be on 21st June. I want you all to witness such a massive yoga day, which I'm telling from this podium, which will be a Nabuto na Bhavishyat. And thank you for giving me this opportunity of participating in this event today. And I especially thank Honorable Minister because me being only BJP minister from entire South, he always has some special affection for me, I guess. सर जी आपको आना है सर, ठीक है सर, आपका आदेश हो गया, मैं आता हूँ, जरूर आऊँगा. I'm here today. Thank you all. Thank you. Namaskar.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for delivering a deeply insightful keynote address. Sir, words have inspired us not just to continue also working with great commitment towards accessible and holistic healthcare. Thank you once again, sir, for your vision and your leadership. We now come to the inaugural address, ladies and gentlemen. It is our privilege to welcome Our Honorable Minister of State, Independent Charge, Ministry of Ayush, Ministry of State, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for our Honorable Minister of State, that is Shri Pratap Rao Jadhav ji. We are extremely and deeply honored to have him here with us. May I now invite you forward to address the gathering, sir. जोरदार तालियों के साथ सर का स्वागत करेंगे सर. Once again, warmest welcome, sir.
Check.
आयुष मेडिकल वैल्यू ट्रैवल साउथ रीजनल समिट के इस ओकेशन पर हमारे बीच उपस्थित श्री सत्य कुमार यादव जी, माननीय स्वास्थ्य परिवार कल्याण एवं चिकित्सा शिक्षा मंत्री आंध्र प्रदेश सरकार, डॉक्टर राजन एन खोब्रागड़े जी, अतिरिक्त मुख्य सचिव स्वास्थ्य एवं परिवार कल्याण विभाग केरल सरकार, सुश्री मोनालिसा दास जी, संयुक्त सचिव आयुष मंत्रालय भारत सरकार, डॉक्टर पी सेंथिल कुमार, प्रमुख सचिव स्वास्थ्य एवं परिवार कल्याण विभाग तमिलनाडु सरकार, श्रीमती सलमा के फहीम, सचिव पर्यटन विभाग कर्नाटक सरकार, श्री अरविंद वर्चस्व जी, सह अध्यक्ष फिक्की आयुष समिति एवं प्रबंध निर्देशक श्री तत्व आयुष मेडिकल वैल्यू ट्रैवल साउथ रीजनल समिति के इस ओकेशन पर आप सभी का मैं स्वागत करता हूं। आज के इस कार्यक्रम में उपस्थित आयुष मंत्रालय के वरिष्ठ अधिकारीगण, दक्षिण भारत के राज्यों और केंद्र शासित प्रदेशों से आए हुए सभी रिप्रेजेंटेटिव, वेलनेस, मेडिकल एवं टूरिज्म क्षेत्र के अग्रणी सदस्यगण, मीडिया के सभी मित्रों, देवी और सज्जनों, सभी को मेरा नमस्कार, वनक्कम।
Honorable Minister of State, senior officers of the Ministry of Ayush, representatives of the state and union territories of South India, leading members of Wellness Medical and Tourism Center, my dear friends from media, ladies and gentlemen, vanakkam.
मुझे चेन्नई में आयोजित इस साउथ रीजनल आयुष मेडिकल वैल्यू ट्रायल समिट के उद्घाटन के अवसर पर आज यहां आकर बहुत खुशी हुई है। यह हमारे सम्मेलन हमारे भारत को संपूर्ण स्वास्थ्य सेवा के ग्लोबल सेंटर के रूप में स्थापित करने की दिशा में एक महत्वपूर्ण पहल है।
I am very happy to be here in the South Regional Ayush Medical Value Conference at Chennai. This is the important initiative towards establishing India as a global destination for holistic healthcare through traditional system of medicine.
जैसा कि हम जानते हैं, इस वर्ष का थीम है आयुष मेडिकल वैल्यू ट्रैवल, प्रमोटिंग वेलनेस, स्ट्रेंथनिंग ग्लोबल टाइज, जो हमारे आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी की उस दूरदृष्टि को बताता है जिसके कारण भारत विश्व के लिए एक रिलायबल वेलनेस डेस्टिनेशन बन रहा है।
The theme of this conference is Ayush Medical Value Travel, promoting health, strengthening global linkages. It reflects the vision of our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji, due to which India has been emerging as a trusted wellness destination for the world.
दक्षिण भारत का आयुष परंपराओं में विशेष स्थान है। केरल के पंचकर्म केंद्र, कर्नाटक और तमिलनाडु के योग एवं प्राकृतिक मेडिकल संस्थान, आंध्र प्रदेश और तेलंगाना के अनुसंधान संस्थान तथा पुडुचेरी के प्राकृतिक मेडिकल केंद्र दक्षिण भारत को होलिस्टिक हेल्थ सर्विसेज का एक ऐसा आदर्श मॉडल बनाते हैं जिसे भारत के अन्य राज्यों में भी अपनाने की जरूरत है।
South India has a special place in Ayush traditions. Panchakarma Center in Kerala, Yoga and Naturopathy Institute in Karnataka and Tamil Nadu, Research Institute in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, and a Naturopathy Center in Puducherry make South India as an ideal model for holistic health care, which needs to be adopted in other states of India.
आज जब पूरी दुनिया में रोकथाम पर आधारित और होलिस्टिक मेडिकल की ओर बढ़ रहा है और कोरोना जैसी घातक महामारी सामने आ रही है, तब संपूर्ण स्वास्थ्य के लिए हमारी परंपरागत आयुष मेडिकल पद्धतियाँ आयुर्वेद, सिद्ध, योग एवं प्राकृतिक मेडिकल, यूनानी और होम्योपैथी एक सुरक्षित, प्रभावी और वैज्ञानिक रूप से समर्थित समाधान प्रदान करती है।
Today, when whole world is adopting preventive and holistic medicine and moving towards a new normal and a deadly epidemic like corona and re-emerging, then our traditional Ayush system of medicine are important for holistic healthcare through Ayurveda, Siddha, Yoga and Naturopathy, Unani and Homeopathy as are rendered streamlined and authentic services.
मुझे यह जानकर बहुत प्रसन्नता है कि दक्षिण भारत के कई अस्पतालों और वेलनेस संस्थानों ने पहले से ही आयुष सेवाओं को अपने सिस्टम में शामिल किया है। तमिलनाडु और केरल में अंतर्राष्ट्रीय पर्यटकों की तेजी से बढ़ती संख्या इसका प्रमाण है।
I am very pleased to know that many hospitals and wellness institutes in South India have already incorporated Ayush services into their system. The rapidly increasing number of international tourists to Tamil Nadu and Kerala is a testimony to this fact.
आज का यह सम्मेलन केवल चर्चा का मंच नहीं है, बल्कि राज्य व उद्योग जगत के बीच सहयोग, व्यवहारिक रणनीतियों, नीति निर्माण और आपसी संवाद का एक सुनहरा अवसर है। मैं आप सभी को इसमें सक्रिय सहयोग के लिए आमंत्रित करता हूं। मैं सभी राज्यों से आग्रह करता हूं कि वे अपने सांस्कृतिक विशेषताओं को बनाए रखते हुए राज्य विशिष्ट वेलनेस मॉडल तैयार करें।
Today's conference is not only a platform for discussion, but collaboration, framing practical strategies, policy making, and dialogue between the state and industry. I invite all of you to actively participate in this deliberation. I urge all states to preserve their cultural.
आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी की लीडरशिप में आयुष मेडिकल ने G20, ब्रिक्स और SCO जैसे ग्लोबल प्लेटफॉर्म पर अपनी ज़बरदस्त उपस्थिति दर्ज की है। उनकी डायनामिक लीडरशिप में संयुक्त राष्ट्र महासभा ने अंतर्राष्ट्रीय योग दिवस के आयोजन को स्वीकृति दी और पिछले 10 वर्षों में योग की धूम 170 से अधिक देशों तक पहुंच चुकी है। अब समय आ गया है कि हमें इस वैश्विक मान्यता को स्थानीय विकास और अंतर्राष्ट्रीय भागीदारी में बदलना है और साथ ही आयुष मेडिकल टूरिज्म के जरिए देश की अर्थव्यवस्था को भी मजबूत करना है।
Friends, under the dynamic leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji, Ayush has registered its tremendous presence on global platforms like G20, BRICS and SCO. Under his visionary leadership, the United Nations General Assembly approved the observance of International Day of Yoga in 2014, and in the past 10 years, the popularity of yoga has reached more than 170 countries with the millions of people practicing yoga for holistic health and wellness. Now the time has come that we should acknowledge this global recognition for local development and fostering international partnership. The aim is to transform the country into a medical tourism destination and also strengthen the country's economy through Ayush medical tourism.
मैं तमिलनाडु सरकार, आयोजक फिक्की और चेन्नई शहर के मेयर को इस आयोजन की मेजबानी के लिए दिल से बधाई देता हूं, जिन्होंने कम समय में इतना अच्छा आयोजन किया। मैं आशा करता हूं कि यह सम्मेलन भारत को आयुष आधारित वेलनेस और मेडिकल टूरिज्म का ग्लोबल लीडर बनाने की दिशा में एक मील का महत्वपूर्ण पत्थर साबित होगा।
धन्यवाद माननीय मंत्री जी, आपके विचारों ने हम सभी को नई ऊर्जा और दिशा दी है। आयुष और स्वास्थ्य क्षेत्र को लेकर आपका विजन हम सभी के लिए बहुत ही प्रेरणादायक है। हम सभी आपके समय, मार्गदर्शन और सहयोग के लिए हृदय से आभार प्रकट करते हैं। वंस अगेन तहे दिल से हार्दिक धन्यवाद माननीय मंत्री जी। Can we have a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for our Honorable Minister for inaugurating this conference and sharing a visionary address that has energized our collective mission. His insights have laid a strong foundation for the discussions to follow. Well, now to formally express our gratitude to all our esteemed guests and participants, I now invite Dr. Srinivas Rao Chinta, Joint Advisor, Ministry of Ayush, Government of India, to kindly join us and deliver the word of thanks.
Respected dignitaries on the dais, Honorable Minister of State, Independent Charge for Ministry of Ayush, and Honorable Minister of State for Health and Family Welfare, Government of India, Shri Prasad Rao Jadhav ji, our beloved Minister, Shri Satyakumar Yadav ji, Honorable Minister of Health and Family Welfare, Medical Education, Government of Andhra Pradesh, Dr. Rajan N. Kobargade, Additional Chief Secretary, Health and Family Welfare, Government of Kerala, Ms. Mona Lisa Das Madam, Joint Secretary, Ministry of Ayush, Government of India, Dr. P. Senthil Kumar, Principal Secretary, Health and Family Welfare Department, Government of Tamil Nadu, Srimati Salma K. Fahim, Secretary, Department of Tourism, Government of Karnataka, and Mr. Arvind Varchasvi, Co-Chair, FICCI, Ayush Committee and Managing Director, Sri Sri Tattva. Good morning, everyone, on the dais and off the dais. It is both an honor and a privilege to deliver this vote of thanks at this significant event on Ayush medical value travel. This sector holds a great promise for transforming healthcare access and strengthening India's position as a global wellness destination through its vast potential in the sector. First and foremost, I extend our heartfelt gratitude to our Honorable Minister of State for Ayush and Honorable Minister of State for Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Shri Pratap Rao Jadhav ji, for gracing this occasion with esteemed presence in spite of his busy schedule. As Sir has expressed that these events shall be conducted zonal-wise. The first was conducted in September 2024 in Mumbai, and this is the second of such event. This is covering the southern Indian states. Sir, your visionary leadership and support continue to instrumental in placing India at the forefront of medical and wellness tourism through Ayush. Sir used to always guide us that without propagation, whatever we do, it doesn't penetrate into the society and it should reach the last mile public. Sir always believes that propagation of, and I would like to thank Sri Satyakumar Yadav ji. Namaskaram, sir. I belong to his state, Andhra Pradesh, and what more can I hear from his speech about the potential of my state. I was delighted to hear the potential, how the way he expressed and explored what Andhra Pradesh can do. Thank you very much, sir. And and Dr. Rajan Kobragade, Additional Chief Secretary, Health and Family Welfare Department, Government of Kerala. Thank you very much, sir, for gracing this occasion and attending the session. And we would like to hear from the Kerala government about its ventures and business doing in the health sector related to Ayush. And I would like to thank Mona Lisa Madam, our Joint Secretary. Without her motivation, this event would have not been conducted. Within a short time, Madam told that we have to do it, that's all. She told that I will guide you. If you are unable to do it, I will do it. And she was pursuing, and she was really very helpful. And without her guidance, this event would have not been done in this a short time. Thank you very much, Madam. And Joint Secretary Madam has already explained about the medical value travel provisions, which further will be deliberated in the sessions, where the potential and all Madam has expressed, and the industry stakeholders can avail the schemes of the Government of India, which are being provided through different schemes under the international cooperation sector. Dr. P. Senthil Kumar, Principal Secretary, Health and Family Welfare Department, Government of Tamil Nadu. Dr. Salma K. Fahim, Secretary, Department of Tourism, Government of Karnataka. Thank you, sir and madam, for gracing this occasion and making this event a very gracious. And last, Mr. Arvind Vachasvi, Co-Chair FICCI Ayush Committee, has given his introductory remark, and he is always a partner with for Ayush schemes and developments, either in wellness schemes or the industry, medical industry, or the pharmaceutical industry. And we are deeply grateful to all the representatives from the wellness centers, hospitals, medical tourism, facilitators who joined us today. Your tireless effort in delivering high standards of care and dedication plays a pivotal role in shaping the theme of this Ayush Medical Value Summit. And the stakeholders, partners, and collaborators, thank you for your continued support. Together, we shall be building bridges across borders for better health through Ayush. And I would also like to acknowledge and thank our organizing team, the officials of the Ministry of Ayush, my colleagues, and supporting staff who have worked tirelessly to ensure the smooth conduct of this inaugural session. And lastly, a heartfelt thank to all the participants and attendees for joining us and contributing to a meaningful start. Your engagement and interest underscore the growing importance of this sector for our economy and our global image as a destination for healing and well-being. Thank you, everyone, and we shall be looking forward to the sessions ahead, which will be like continuing and exploring the potentials of this sector. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your thoughtful closing remarks. Well, now I would request our dignitaries, our esteemed dignitaries on dais to kindly join us forward for a quick photo op. All right, can we have a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for all our esteemed dignitaries on dais for sharing their vision and for their wonderful presence on the dais at Ayush Medical Value Travel Summit. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Once again, we are deeply honored and privileged to have each one of our dignitaries here with us on our momentous occasion. Once again, with a huge round of applause. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we will kickstart and move into our first thematic session of the day, Empowering Ayush and Wellness Travel, National and State Government Strategies to Promote Ayush-Based Medical Value Travel. So we are about to kickstart our very first thematic session in a while. So stay tuned with us. In the next 2 minutes, we are about to begin. Ladies and gentlemen, our esteemed dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen, our esteemed dignitaries. So we are about to kickstart our first thematic session. So requesting all our dear guests to kindly settle down, please. It's a kind request. Everybody on and off dais. Sir, could we have you all to please settle down in your respective seats. I can't keep my this thing on when there is laptop.
Client requirement, can't do anything because in every event there are two. There must be two good.
Once again, I would request everybody who is standing to kindly settle down in your respective seats as we are about to begin our first thematic session, ladies and gentlemen, which is all about empowering Ayush and wellness travel, national and state government strategies to promote Ayush-based medical value travel. For that, we also have our esteemed speakers joining us on the dais, and it's going to indeed be a very interesting presentations, very informative as well. So I would request all of you to kindly settle down in your respective seats, and once again would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to all our dignitaries for their valuable time and for sharing their vision and wisdom with us. यार उस बंदे को क्यों भेजा?
था नहीं ना, वो सामान भी लाना जरूरी था। वो आ रहा है ना, आएगा ना अभी? नहीं अभी आ जाएगा, 5 मिनट में आ जाएगा। ज़्यादा दूर नहीं भेजा मार्केट में।
All right, dear dignitaries, dear speakers, requesting all of you to settle down. All right, everybody, it's a kind request to all of you. We have a long way to go, everybody. The pictures and all the talkings can be done a little later. It's a kind request. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we now move on to our first thematic session. This session will highlight how both central and state governments are driving initiatives to position India as a leading destination for holistic healing and wellness. Through Ayush systems, we'll hear from the key policy makers and officials on the current strategies, ongoing programs, and future vision. To begin with, I now invite to set the context Ms. Monalisa Das, Joint Secretary, Ministry of Ayush, Government of India. Ma'am, can we have you on the dais, please? I would request Ms. Monalisa Das, Joint Secretary, to kindly join us the dais. I would also request Shri Gurikbal Singh, Deputy Secretary, Ministry of Home Affairs, Government of India. Dr. Shri Gurikbal Singh to kindly join us the dais. Next, I would request Dr. Rajan N. Kobragade, Additional Chief Secretary, Health and Family Welfare Department, Government of Kerala, to kindly join us the dais. I would also request Srimati Salma K. Fahim, Secretary, Department of Tourism, Government of Karnataka, to kindly grace the dais. Tirumati M. Vijay Lakshmi, Commissioner, Indian Medicine and Homeopathy Department, Government of Tamil Nadu. And also would request Shri Jayanta Kumar Rai, Secretary, Health and Family Welfare, Government of Puducherry. Can we have all our dignitaries on the dais? All right, so I would also request Dr. N. Rajan N. Kabragde to kindly join us. Srimati Salma K. Fahim, ma'am. Yes. Tirumati M. Vijay Lakshmi. Thank you, ma'am, for joining us. Shri Jayanta Kumar Rai. Yes, sir. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So now to set the context for this session of empowering Ayush and
Good morning, everyone. Once again, a warm welcome to the technical session, because these are the sessions where we learn and we get severely benefited. So it's my privilege once again to welcome all of you and all this distinguished gathering, and offering this important platform to all of you, so that you get and you reap the benefit of it at the most. So now we step into the first technical session. The focus is on the role of state-level leadership and policy innovation. Because whenever we invest, whenever we implement something, it has to be on the soil of some state or UTs. So state governments or UTs are very, very important for us so far as establishment of any Ayush-related infrastructure is concerned. So we have with us states like Kerala, the representative of Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Puducherry, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, yeah. So all of them are there. And as I say, some of the southern states, like I was telling in my the inaugural speech, that Kerala has, and the people associated with it, they are benefited at large. But yes, other states like Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, and Puducherry, they are also equally committed. They are also expanding their Ayush coverage through their new policy. So we have with us all the state government here. They would be sharing their policy, what better things, they are in their kitty to offer all of you. They will share all those valuable thoughts and that, policy formulations that they have. They can offer to all of you. Please listen to them very carefully. This is the very important session for all of us, and so that you can understand their strength. Accordingly, you can curate your program and can, get the benefit. So let's approach this session with the objective of identifying scalable models. What suits us the most? The policy gaps, if any. The one state can learn from the other state. That is also possible. And let us harvest the opportunities that lies before all of us. So thank you, all of you. I look forward to very insightful and fruitful discussions and mutual learning among each other. So thank you all. Thank you. We start the session now.
Thank you, ma'am, for setting the context. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I would now request our Deputy Secretary, Ministry of Home Affairs, Government of India, Dr. Shri Gurikbal Singh, to kindly join us to address the gathering with a huge round of applause, everybody.
Wellness centers, yoga centers, and distinguished government officials. It is truly an honor to address this gathering today as we discuss a transformative initiative, the Ayush Visa. I am representing Ministry of Home Affairs. I deal with visa-related issues, and I would be focusing on the policy matters which are being taking place as well as any new initiative. So Ayush Visa is a cornerstone of India's vision to become a global hub for traditional medicine and wellness. The Ayush Visa was introduced by the Ministry of Home Affairs, Government of India, which is a groundbreaking step to facilitate the foreign nationals seeking treatment under Indian systems of medicine, including Ayurveda, Yoga, Naturopathy, Unani, Siddha, and Homeopathy. It was announced by our Honorable PM in 2022 at the Global Ayush Investment and Innovation Summit in Gandhinagar, Gujarat. This visa category is designed to promote the medical value travel and position India as a global leader in holistic healthcare. The Ayush Visa is not just a travel document, it is a strategic tool to harness the potential of India's ancient healing traditions, aligning with the government's mission to elevate Indian traditional medicine on the global stage. In it, the Ministry of Home Affairs, Government of India has played a pivotal role in operationalizing this visionary policy. We have introduced Ayush Visa under two categories, as Joint Secretary ma'am already pointed out, under Ayush Visa and Ayush Visa Dependent. So I would be discussing on the new things which are being taking place with respect to registration. There is a portal, Ayush and Medical Visa portal, as you all are aware. It can be accessed on indianfrro.gov.in, FRRO Medical Value Travel. So the medical centers register themselves on the portal. Once registration application is submitted successfully, the details will be forwarded to the respective FRROs or FROs concerned. And generation of invitation letters to the foreigners as well as invitation extension letters is being validated through this portal. So MHA is promoting the validation through this portal, as it will facilitate the foreigners coming to India to avail the Ayush facilities, as well as to streamline the process and to ensure that only a genuine person, genuine visitor, genuine Ayush visa holder visits, and thus all the centers which are on portal registered. So it is a kind of facility for them also to ensure that only the people who are registered, they avail this facility. So as stakeholders in this transformative journey, I urge all of you to ensure that your institutions are accredited to attract international patients under the Ayush visa scheme. And they are very well registered, because I have data of the last month in which the registration of Ayush center was around 83, wellness center was 176, and yoga centers 29. I am sure the real registration can be much more, because maybe it is a lack of awareness or some other inertia is there, but this is mandatory for all of the Ayush associated industry and centers to get themselves registered and to validate all the foreigners who wish to avail the visa facilities through this portal. So in this direction, Ministry of Home Affairs is collaborating with the Ministry of Ayush, Health and Tourism to enhance the medical tourism portal and promote the services globally. So Ayush Visa is more than a policy. It is a testament to India's commitment to sharing its healing heritage with the world. The Ministry of Home Affairs has laid a strong foundation by ensuring that this dedicated visa category simplifies the process for foreigners seeking therapeutic care, wellness program, or yoga in accredited Ayush institutions. With respect to validation of visa, as I have mentioned earlier, the portal indianfrro.gov.in, FRRO Medical Value Travel, it is meant for authentication and hassle-free entry of applicants, as well as increasing the compliances, among others. The MHA has integrated the Ayush visa into the e-visa platform. Earlier, it used to be the paper visa, but e-visa has been started from 5th January 2024 onwards. So as of today, the percentage of e-visa compared to paper visa with respect to Ayush is 91%, which in itself shows the foreigners prefer to travel by availing the e-visa facilities more. So this digital infrastructure supports India's goal of becoming a global evident in efforts to develop a one-stop portal to promote India's medical tourism ecosystem. MHA's efforts have ensured that the Ayush visa is a gateway to showcasing India's rich heritage of traditional medicine to the world. As ma'am has also rightly pointed out, that Ayush-based healthcare and wellness economy in India is estimated to reach around 70 billion by 2025. So this growth is driven by increasing global interest in holistic and natural healing systems, where India holds a unique advantage. Since its launch, Ayush Visa has facilitated foreign nationals from various countries to access treatments in India's accredited Ayush institutions. Among the countries, top 5 being with respect to e-visa being Switzerland, France, Germany, Saudi Arabia, Kenya, and for paper visa, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Yemen, Sri Lanka. And among the states, Kerala leads, followed by Delhi and Karnataka. The importance with respect to Ayush centers, for Ayush center management, it is that the MHA's structured visa framework ensures that your services reach a global audience, supported by a robust accreditation system that guarantees quality. To our esteemed government officials, your role in implementing and promoting this policy is also quite critical. By ensuring seamless, creating a structured, accessible, and credible framework that supports this vision. Together, let us seize the
Tamil Nadu, all distinguished gathering who is working tirelessly in Ayush sector. It is indeed pleasure for me to be here to tell us what we have been doing in the state of Kerala. But before I start regarding what we do in the Ayush, one fundamental thing which our honorable minister he has mentioned, that there is enormous potential and we have to all work together to see that how we tap this potential. What usually was happening in the health sector for quite a long time is, our approaches were always a curative approaches. We take a look at, population. We try to find out whether anybody is having some or the other ailment. And we try to, then find out a cure. So this whole centuries after centuries, what we have been doing is what are the pathogens, what are the causes which are, affecting our health. And then we have also invented a lot of, and we have done a lot of discoveries. We have invented molecules, we have invented newer technologies, and it was for the centuries together, thousands of years we were practicing. That is our preventive, promotive, and rehabilitative care aspects. And therefore, the healthy population should always kept to be healthy. And that is the challenge, and that is the, I think, now motto for all of us all over the world. And there are other, very technologically advanced, nuanced, research which is happening, that what kind of a biosimilar or nutraceutical is also more effective to keep the healthy person healthy. So this is very simple. In fact, that is what is our strength of Ayush and Ayurveda, which was always there in the science. And if we follow that, I think we are on the right track, and that is what we need to take it to nook and corner of the world. So that is the premise with which all of us should be looking at this initiative. And it is indeed Government of India, Ayush Ministry, and also our Honorable Minister, who is very actively taking interest to involve everybody at the grassroots level to build this ecosystem, so that we will again, as in the introductory remark, our FICCI coordinator has mentioned that once upon a time we were contributing more than 30% of GDP in the world. So there are possibilities. That is what we need to collectively think and take it forward. So I'll go to my little bit of slides, and I will mention that what do we do in the state of Kerala along with all of you. Some of you are present who are very wholeheartedly participating in the Kerala ecosystem of Ayush. So whether the presentation is on? Yes. So as our Honorable Prime Minister, also Health Minister, our Minister is mentioning that heal in India and heal by India. So there are two ways which we need to see that how we will take this whole message forward. Somebody will do it for me? It is coming, but here it is not coming. Okay. So we all know that, I will not dwell more on this, the highest health outcomes, because we need to take a look at what we want to achieve by doing all the health related service collectively. It need not be only modern medicine, but also the traditional medicine. Fortunately, in the state of Kerala, historically, even prior to the independence, always it was an integrated approach. And perhaps that is the reason that our health outcomes, with the involvement of everybody at the grassroots level, people, also the institutions, and also the governance structure, right at the state level, but also as well as at a grassroots level, we are having a very strong Panchayati Raj system. Some of you may be aware of that fact. They get a budget annually, and then they provide this developmental activity in service sector, in infrastructure sector, and also in production sector. Because of that, and also there is a huge social capital what state is having. Literacy, empowerment of women, women participation. So all these social determinant of health contribute, and that is why it is having a better health outcome in the country, and we are further trying to identify our problems, and based on that we are going ahead to tackle these issues in a best possible way. Our Kerala is well known for its integrated approach, and that is the strategic advantage this state gets. And historically also there were a lot of visitors. They were all welcome, right from we get to see Chinese fishing net even today. So that means long back there was a connect. We are also having a huge connect with the Gulf. So historically, people used to come and, looking at the strength of Kerala, the spices and other things, there was a lot of knowledge exchange and all. And this does help as we go forward. And scientifically looking at it, Niti Aayog has been, ranking all the state, and we are taking a pride in the fact that this state is doing consistently well, because to maintain that standard also requires a continuous effort. It is not that once you achieve the rank and then you are done with it. So it's a good teamwork which is happening. It is going backward and forward, boss. You need to correct something, or you teach me properly, This is a forward, no? So, so we will come back to our topic, that Kerala is the best position to take forward this, value tourism, Why we are having, this MTV. And if we take a look at it, there is a tradition in the state, and, it's a very good world-class private institutions as well as a government institution. There is a commitment from the government that, whatever infrastructure we develop is as per the standard, what we are going to, put. So in Kannur now, there is one of the international Ayurveda Research Institute is in making. In another 1 or 2 years, that will be a hub from where lot many researches are going to happen. All our hospitals, we are going ahead with, infrastructure investment. State government had taken a decision. There is one very good hospital at a very scenic location in Varkala, which is on the cliff. Many of you must have already known about it, Institute of Naturopathy. Government has taken an initiative to raise the standard of that institution. So the point what we are making, that we have identified what are the requirement which is required so that we can take our institution on a global map. And that's the way there are policies, framed. Our private-led institutions also, not only the hospital setting, but the resort. You go anywhere in the state of Kerala, you will find that there is an essential component related to the Ayurveda in all these resorts. And that was the beginning, and now it has gone all over the country. Everywhere, in fact, we see this component that we have, made it as an integral part of our experience, what we would like to give it to anybody who is coming to those places. And tourism and healthcare is working with a very coordinated way, and that is what is, visible for all of us. So Ayurveda and wellness is, the way we practice, I have already mentioned, in a very authentic way. Modern medicine also, there is a huge infrastructure which is getting developed by private sector and the government sector. And the hospitals are going for national and international accreditation. So when we work out in this way, even to the modern medicine, we also say that there has to be a component of looking at the segment specific issues and have a promotive and rehabilitative care package. So what actually is happening is a transformation even in this internationally accredited hospital. They keep a component which is related to promotive and rehabilitative packages. And therefore, after that treatment, we can also take the whole segment to this, what we are able to offer. We are having a very good skilled manpower, and there is a continuous effort to build the capacities, because this is very, very essential for all of us in all the states to ensure that we are having a capacity. Another thing which is happening, which I would like to share, that, and that is some of the points what I wanted to highlight to the ministry. Regulatory framework is very, very important, because in the name of, our Ayush, there are many bad practices which are in practice, and unless and until we stop that, or we do some kind of a accreditation and certification program, thereby whosoever wants to avail these services, they will have that kind of a confidence that yes, this is a certified program, this is certified protocols, and therefore we need to undergo that. Only that way we can weed out these bad practices. So we need to bring a focus on this, because at one shot, we will create a very bad name, and then it becomes very difficult for us to recover from such kind of shocks. So please keep it in mind. I do received some of the correspondence from our embassies abroad saying that there is a problem because these individuals were not properly trained and certified. So we need to bring the focus on those areas as well. We are all, not only in the state of Kerala, but I think throughout the country, wherever this is authentically practiced, we are very competitive in service offering. So these are all strategic advantage, not only for our state, but also I think in other part. So this, I am really sorry, technology does fail us sometime, and therefore we need to look at the traditional approach of doing presentations as well. So what we plan to do is we would like to emerge as India's foremost destination in wellness and curative. To begin with, I started with saying that if we keep the approach towards this 10-20% people who are having morbidity, and if we don't take a look at 80%, then we are missing a very big opportunity. And that is what we need to tap, that how we will promote this well-being or health and well-being, that even from childhood days, we need to have some kind of a practices and we take it forward. And whosoever comes, if we can build the packages around that for the families, it need not be the segment specific, it need not be only element specific. That definitely, wherever it is possible, we need to do. But if we bring our core competencies and all our knowledge in health and wellness, I think then it will be a huge market for all of us especially the stakeholders from the private sector and also government sector, because we exist to see that if anybody is having any ailment, you provide services. But this is the opportunity where we would like to go ahead along with the public-private partnership. So the present ecosystem in Kerala, we are building around like this. There are around 160 plus government hospitals. There are more than 50 Department of Tourism approved Ayush hospitals. So these are on the, on the website and all the way we promote tourism at that time, health and wellness tourism package when we promote. These hospitals information is all available to anybody within the country, outside the country. We are having 1,500 dispensaries. We are having extensive infrastructure for this, and we are going ahead with the accreditation system. Now, this builds the confidence among everybody. We are already having ISO certified wellness center, and we are having a Ayush Research Center, which provides very good input to all these things. The services offered, one, as I am saying that on a rejuvenation side, health and wellness, and also on a curative side. But we need to do the mix because people will come. These are very good therapies which are available in our Ayush sector. And we want to now build the packages. Now, these packages building will not happen only with the government initiative. Government will have to act as a facilitator, and we have to have a niche packages which should be the age-specific, segment-specific packages. And thereby, they will come for those packages, and also, many other things will happen along with this. That's the whole idea. But these are the already, things which are already planned and in practice in the state. So we are having this very good coordinated effort from the industry side, the stakeholder side. In fact, last year, FICCI, CII, they also arranged a national level, international level, one event in Kochi. I think some of you must have already participated. We are having a good experienced team in NAM who constantly interacts with everybody. And even those today who are here, they would like to get more information. Dr. Saji and Riddhik, they are here. We will definitely, facilitate any kind of an inquiry. There is a very strong political and administration will, because I have not seen the progressive, the way some of the development activities has been taken. For an example, in Ayurveda sector now, we are, going ahead with good infrastructure investment. So these points are covered. We have conducted in 2019 a good international conference. One conference is now coming in September, October. We will definitely engage with the ministry and also the stakeholders in order to take the message forward and further go ahead. So instead of going into this, I will now focus, because my time is up, I will focus on what we would like from all of you. One is, we welcome the private sector partnership in wellness resort. Whatever capacities, human resource, etc., that we are building up. There are excellent courses which we, provide. We will have international training collaboration as well. And we will have a joint clinical protocol development. This is, whosoever is ready for this, we would like to build it up. Because only with this we can go forward. These are my specific requests to the ministry, that we have to see that our hospitals are as per the international standard. And, we also have a regulatory framework in place. So this will build the confidence among those who would like to come here in a big number. We need to incentivize. Ministry has done many things. In fact, there are a lot of innovative schemes, what we heard through Honorable Minister and also through Madam. What we need to further build on, how we will encourage the state to incentivize. And every state is having core competencies. We need not replicate what actually is happening in other part, but we need to see that what our state is having core competencies. Maybe we are very good in raw product and manufacturing, which is related to Ayush sector. Then thrive on that and build up some kind of other platforms to build it up. other things, every state should identify what are this. There are these things whenever I discuss with our colleagues, the export of medicine, especially in Ayush, is a bit difficult, and I think there is a good work which is happening. So this troubleshooting issues is very, very important. Then we need to have a joint collaborating and branding exercise. Today, perhaps Kerala, in whatever way we go and we do the branding. Tamil Nadu, they do their branding. Chhattisgarh, Himachal Pradesh, and private sector, who are very way ahead into this, they do branding related to our Ayush. Resort side, they are also doing the branding. But we need to do a branding exercise like, we have done in tourism, Incredible India. And the moment everybody sees Incredible India, they start getting the various images, there is a phenomenal recall value. Like that, in fact, we need to do a very collective, specific collaborative marketing and branding exercise, which will go a long way. And we need to identify specific markets. We are having a core competencies in all these areas, but I think more in preventive, promotive, we see aging population. In Kerala now, in 5 years, 20% of population will be senior citizens. In abroad also, many countries is aging population, negative growth rate. So we need to identify the market where we will, thrive on our core competencies, and then I think the exponential growth will happen. So we need to build it in stages. The bigger countries where the population is there, we will have to take a lot of effort. But the countries where there is this identified market, we will do. And we need to do international institutional tie-up. That is what our request is to the Government of India, Ayush Ministry, and we will further discuss with them and we will work it out. My last point is, it is a collective work. A lot many things are happening because of involvement of industry and stakeholder, and we need to see that how further we can strengthen. So thanks a lot. This is what I wanted to communicate. If there is a discussion at that time also, I'll add on the further point. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Rajan. It was indeed a very informative presentation. Can we have a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for such an informative yet an insightful presentation. Now calling up our next presenter on the stage forward. So, dear presenters, we would request you all, as we are already, behind schedule. So, requesting all our speakers to keep your presentation within the time limit of 5 to 7 minutes. That would be really great. I would now request and welcome Srimati Salma K. Fahim, Secretary, Department of Tourism, Government of Karnataka, to kindly join us forward.
Can you let me start? Dignitaries on the dais and all the industry friends present here today, thank you for this opportunity to sharing Karnataka's experiences on medical and wellness tourism. I would like to present what Karnataka has already done and where we intend to go. So to begin with, I would just want to give you a brief of Karnataka tourism itself. We have various offerings ranging from history to nature to spiritual tourism to coastal. Next, yeah, this one. So which is this one? No? This coastal tourism. This one up and down. Why is it not working? This is somebody else's presentation. This is the one. It's not reflecting there. The same issues with the. Nothing is happening. 1 second. This is not the presentation. I think it's.
Change the presentation. The teleprompter different presentation showing. Yeah,
this is the one you have to put.
This laptop. your laptop is not working. Go for that. Yeah. One second, please.
Okay.
Okay.
Ah, yeah. I can't see here.
You can't see it.
Okay, fine. Now this thing doesn't work. Watch out, it's the other way around. Okay. Yeah. Talking about Karnataka's offerings, we have a rich offerings in history, nature, spiritual tourism. We have a very vibrant coastal tourism and also variety of fairs and festivals. And Bangalore is known as the Silicon Valley. So all of this complements the wellness sector and the medical tourism sector. Just to give an idea of the tourist footfalls over the years, in the domestic tourism visits, we ranked third in the whole of the country. And coming to the international visits, we are aiming to increase this. Currently, we stand at about 20 lakhs, but then we aim to increase this significantly by 2029. This is where medical tourism actually comes in, because we want to attract the foreign tourists to Karnataka for wellness tourism. As most of you would be aware, we have a very rich history of Ayush in Karnataka. We are the home of Ashtanga Yoga, Mysore. And also we are pioneers in Ayush education with important personalities like Patabi Joyce and BKS Iyengar from this area. We also have a very rich biodiversity in the form of Western Ghats, which is a repository of medicinal plants which help with the Ayush preparations. And we also have a lineage and traditional knowledge that contributes to this entire sector. As of now, this is what Karnataka's wellness ecosystem looks like. We have about 22 plus high quality wellness centers and Ayush facilities. Some of them you would have heard of. Saukya, there is Shemavana, there is Shatayu Ayurveda Retreat. These are well known, and also there is Kerala Ayurveda, etc. We have about 7 government hospitals and medical colleges, and also about 6 famous private hospitals and medical colleges offering education in various aspects of Ayush. We have 7 WHO GMP certified manufacturing units and also multiple major manufacturing facilities. So we want to build on this ecosystem that already exists, and for that we require your cooperation. These are pictures of some of the places. This is Saukya Ayurveda Gram in Whitefield. Then we have, this is Jindal Nature Cure Institute. This is Shatayu Retreat and Shemavana, Nelmangla, Bangalore. This is another very famous one with the foreign visitors, Swaswara by CGH Earth in Gokarna. This is another Indus Valley Ayurvedic Center in Mysuru. Now coming to the commitment under Karnataka's tourism policy for the wellness sector. We recently announced the policy 2024-29, in which medical and wellness tourism has been identified as a very priority thematic area. We want to collaborate with different departments, inter-agency collaboration with health and family welfare, medical education, and Ayush to develop Karnataka as a top medical travel medical value travel destination. For that, we are providing certain financial assistance. I will come to it more in detail in my next slide. We are also encouraging the development of Ayush and wellness centers in the tier 2 cities of Karnataka, also in the coastal areas of Karnataka, and in the spiritual hubs to go hand in hand with spiritual tourism. We also offer various kind of marketing support to the Ayush establishments in our state, and also to encourage new establishments to come up. Another important focus would be connectivity, to ensure that there is ease of travel to the state, and also intra-city travel. These are the major offerings of the state in the form of capital subsidy for wellness centers. We provide about 25% subsidy on eligible project cost up to 2 crore, with a minimum investment of 2 crores by the Ayurvedic sector. The only conditions that we have is that it should be registered under the KPME Act and with the Department of Ayush. We require that they have 10 trained staff minimum, provide basic essential infrastructure, also provide well-defined SOPs to maintain privacy, record keeping, cleanliness, and staff conduct. We also require that there be at least one qualified doctor and about 10 well-ventilated guest rooms, and certain other safety, hygiene, accessibility measures. So these are the important criteria for availing the capital investment subsidy under our state's tourism policy. Recently, Karnataka conducted the Karnataka International Travel Expo, KITE 2025. It was basically a conference where we hosted buyers, including from the wellness segment from across the world. We had about 250 hosted buyers, and a few of you, in fact, mentioned that you were part of KITE as well, as probably sellers from Karnataka. So based on our experience with the KITE, which was a B2B event, we also identified certain markets, international markets, to attract wellness tourists to Karnataka. We realized that we can divide the entire the world market into 4 kind of segments. One would be the core feeders, where already we have a sizable number of people coming in. And then we have certain mature markets which may be going towards Kerala and the other South Indian states, which we want to also invite to Karnataka. We have certain high growth prospective countries which we want to target by providing ease of access and these kind of subsidies to our domestic market players. And finally, we have the emerging opportunity countries, which we would look at for promoting Karnataka, making Karnataka's offerings more well-known. So this is basically the strategy that Tourism Department is adopting to attract the tourists, from medical and wellness tourists to Karnataka. Now, this is more like a roadmap on where we want the Ayush industry to grow, and what kind of an ecosystem government should provide and support. So we are looking at focusing on encouraging international accreditation. We want convergence between tourism, Ayush, and health departments, because we need to work together to attract the industry and the tourists here. Developing specialized Ayush MBT packages. We want to promote, which is what would be my request to the ministry as well, a one-stop medical value tourism portal. If it can be developed for the entire country, ma'am, it will help, because we can list our offerings and also ensure that there is one stop for all the stakeholders to interact. So this would be one thing that we could look at from the All India perspective. We are also looking at developing global partnerships, like I explained before. Smoother visa facilitation, which our colleague has already explained, that Ministry of Home Affairs is working on. Standardization of training, promotional support to the Ayush destinations and targeted campaigns in key markets, certain fiscal incentives, local communities' involvement and traditional knowledge holders to build an inclusive ecosystem, international roadshows and B2B meets, and joint participation at suitable international events. So this would basically be a multi-pronged approach to developing this sector. Now coming to all of you present here, I would like to invite and extend a warm welcome to the stakeholders, whether they are from the hospital, wellness centers, practitioners, tour operators, and investors. We want to develop Karnataka as the premier global destination for Ayush MVT, invest in authentic state-of-the-art facilities under our supportive policy. We want to co-create innovative wellness packages integrating Ayush with unique tourism experiences and collaborate on quality assurance and skill development. This would ultimately harness Karnataka's Ayush heritage and modern capabilities to create transformative experiences. So once again, I want to invite all of you to come to Karnataka, set up your business, also avail the tourism facilities that we have, and we can grow together. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for sharing your thoughts and your vision. Now, ladies and gentlemen, after this delightful presentation, now I would request Tirumati M. Vijay Lakshmi, Commissioner, Indian Medicine and Homeopathy Department, Government of Tamil Nadu, with a huge round of applause. Let's welcome Tirumati M. Vijay Lakshmi.
அனைவருக்கும் காலை வணக்கம். Good morning to the dignitaries and the dais and participants. Same issue. Can you change the slide? Tamil Nadu has the unique distinction of being the only state in the country where we have all the systems of Ayush, including Siddha, which is the dominant one in Tamil Nadu. We have a total of 7 government colleges, and we have 46 private institutions which provide medical education in Ayush streams. We have a total of 1,546 wings. Siddha is 1089, Ayurveda is 103, Unani is 66, the breakup is given. We have 34 hospitals where we have inpatients. This is the state system which I am talking about. We have a staff strength of around 5,000, and the state budget for the year is around 600 crores. And for the Ayush mission, we have got 123 crores last year. The major projects which we have done in the state sector is 50-bedded integrated Ayush hospital has been established in Theni and Tirunamale, and it is functioning. And we have 100 yoga and wellness centers which have been established throughout the state of Tamil Nadu. 50 Siddha musculoskeletal disorder programs are also in place in state of Tamil Nadu. Next, this is the International Institute of Yoga, which has been established in the year 2021 at a cost of around 100 crores. It is in Chengalpat. It is a very big campus, which is in around 50 acres. It's in close proximity to Chennai. So this year, we had an announcement by our Honorable Minister. We will be having a pay ward facility in the above campus, which is a serene campus, and you can have the inpatients, and we are also welcoming patients for wellness retreats from abroad. So each room, these are the facilities which are having the proposed room charges, whatever we have fixed, and the various treatments. Then forthcoming proposals which we are having is for one at Tenkasi in Kutralam, which is known the Western Ghats. Here we are tying up with the district administration, and along with the Department of Horticulture, we are going to establish a Siddha retreat exclusively in Kutralam. And the cost will be around 10 crores. So now we are in discussion with National Institute of Siddha for setting up of wellness retreats in Chennai, a short-term wellness retreats in Chennai and in Mahabalipuram. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now, ladies and gentlemen, moving on to our next speaker for the presentation, I would now request Shri Jayanta Kumar Rai, Secretary, Health and Family Welfare Government of Puducherry, to kindly join us and share his insights with a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, ma'am. So, dignitaries on the dais and of the dais and my dear participants. Pondicherry, you know, it's a small union territory of a 15 lakh population, and although we are scattered into 4 regions, in Tamil Nadu we have 2 places, main Pondicherry region and Karaikal, and Mahe in Kerala, and Yanam in Andhra Pradesh. So, as it is scattered, we have found that working in this sector, we have enormous potentiality. So, coming to this, I have only a few slides. Basically, there is a scope, as you have heard, all of you, that from the morning, and here we require private sector participation in whatever infrastructure we are having. Basically, at present, we are getting travelers, which is domestic travelers from adjacent states, and even foreign travelers also we are attracting, because as you know that Pondicherry is known as a window of French civilization. Now, this, I am not going to give details, the potentiality, scope of this business in this sector. But what current scenario in Puducherry is that we have plenty of beaches, and we are continuously developing one after another. And you know that Aurobindo Ashram was a very, very attractive place for these yoga practitioners. And wellness centers also now coming up. Now, Pondicherry is the ideal choice for wellness tourism because of this yoga retreat. Already it is there. It has cost advantage compared to the big cities, and rich cultural heritage. Then we have international standards. Now, just now, our secretary from Kerala was mentioning that standardization is very important. In yoga and Ayurvedic sector, this is even more important. And we have good connectivity, holistic healing, and exotic locations for rejuvenation is already there. You know, Sri Aurobindo and Mother, they came and they have established this Aurobindo Ashram in 1926. And why I am showing this slide, basically Aurobindo Ashram, they are in their own experiment. So they are not very much open to people. But the Sri Aurobindo's, this idea of integral yoga, I think there is a lot of scope to work on this. Because today's yoga practice means we understand asanas, but integral yoga is not, it is a whole life approach. And although it is situated in Tamil Nadu, Auroville, which we are including also as a tourism package in Pondicherry. So this is city of Dawn, Auroville, which is 14 kilometers away from Pondicherry, which this township established by Mother in 1968. And it has aimed to universal unity and sustainable living, and endorsed by UNESCO, and now supported by our Ministry of Education. This is the background with the Matri Buddhir, which is a symbol of inner peace and unity of our meditation sessions. And this is an amphitheater where the soil from 168 countries worldwide, which are there in this amphitheater. So every year, February 20th, they are celebrating this bonfire in this amphitheater. And I think maximum of us, we have visited that place. Auroville, we are having already some of these good centers, wellness therapies. Only issue is that it is mainly the daycare centers and 1 or 2 days maximum. But our objective is to make it, at least 2 weeks to 3 weeks duration stay. Now going to the southern part of the main Pondicherry town, only one example I am showing here, the Dune Eco Village and Spa, which is basically 15 kilometers away from Pondicherry and spread over 35 acres. Now, if you see the facilities for this type of systems are like organic farm, then bungalow option, then restaurants, seaver. So my point is that for wellness center and all, if you have any plan, if it has to be business wise, it has to be sustainable, then we have to plan in this type of integrative model. So today, along with me, Director of Tourism is also with us. So if you have any interest to establish such type of wellness center, we have can have one-to-one discussion. Our International Yoga Day is being celebrated for 11 years. But in Pondicherry, we have started little bit early. Even early 2005-06, we have started this International Yoga Festival, and that we are doing it from January 4th to 7th every year in association with our Department of Tourism. And now we are getting very good response for this International Yoga Festival. And coming to the existing infrastructure from the government side, this Ayurvedic center, we have 28. And apart from ARM, that ARM is coming within the framework of allopathy, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. So 34 Ayurveda centers plus 28 centers in the Ayush. Siddha centers we have 26, homeopathy 18, yoga and naturopathy 4, and Panchakarma centers 4, and Varmam and Tokkanam center also 2. Now a 50-bedded hospital has come up in Villanur, where any sort of PPP mode collaboration also we are ready. These are some of these upcoming projects which I thought that I should share with you, that under this Aushadhi Gunavatta Evam Utpadan Sambardhan Yojana of this Ayush mission, we are planning. Mahe is our targeted area because it is located within Kerala. So naturally people have the affinity, and Kerala has already developed that brand image. So there we are developing these facilities. At present, one hospital is running, and a small facility is now preparing 58 medicines for the OPD. And Ayush Wellness Center is also coming up that we are proposing. And a 50-bedded Ayush hospital with Ayurveda, Siddha and external therapies under PPP mode, that is also under active consideration. So with this, I will end my small deliberations with you. I would like to thank specially to the Ministry of Ayush for selecting Pondicherry for tomorrow's event. Actually, from tomorrow, only 25 days will be, countdown will be there for the International Yoga Day. So this time, Ministry has selected 4 cities within India. So Pondicherry is one of them. So tomorrow we are going to participate into that. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, can we have a huge round of applause for Sir for taking his time, and we really appreciate the time and effort that he has put into the presentation. It already has given us a lot of valuable perspectives. Thank you so much to all our esteemed speakers for those insightful and action-oriented presentation. These collective efforts from the center and state show great promises in driving India's position as a global leader in Ayush-based wellness and medical value travel. Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, to all our wonderful dignitaries on dais, we would like to felicitate with a small token of love and gratitude. And to do the honors, may I invite on the stage Dr. Srinivas Rao Chinta, Joint Advisory Ministry of Ayush, Government of India, to kindly grace the dais. So first and foremost, Ms. Monalisa Das, our Joint Secretary. So this is going to be a small token of love, gratitude and appreciation. That's a beautiful plant. I hope you all love this. Next, Dr. Shri Gurukbal Singh, Deputy Secretary, Ministry of Home Affairs, Government of India. Thank you, sir, for a really thought-provoking presentation and sharing your valuable insights. Next, Dr. Rajan N. Kobragde, Additional Chief Secretary, Health and Family Welfare Development Department, Government of Kerala. Next, Srimati Salma K. Fahim, Secretary, Department of Tourism, Government of Karnataka. Next, Tirumati M. Vijay Lakshmi Ma'am, Commissioner, Indian Medicine and Homeopathy Department, Government of Tamil Nadu. Thank you for taking your time out and for gracing your glorious presence. Next, Shri Jayanta Kumar Ray, Secretary, Health and Family Welfare, Government of Puducherry. Nandri, sir. Mika Nandri for joining us here. All right, now requesting all our dignitaries to kindly join us for a quick photo op. Yes, and then we get ahead to our next session. Thank you once again. Thank you all so much. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we now begin with the second session that's been titled Industry's Role in Shaping India's Future as a Global Destination for Traditional Healing and Holistic Well-Being. So this session showcases how leading Ayush hospitals, wellness chains, product manufacturers, and integrative care providers are shaping India's offerings for global audiences. Their innovation, quality assurance, and focus on patient-centric outcomes are redefining India's brand as a trusted hub for traditional healing. So to begin with a brief context setting by a representative from the Ministry of Ayush, I would request all right, can we have our concerned speakers, our presenters to kindly join us at the dais. Mr. Abhilash Kalathil Ramesh, Executive Director, Kairali Ayurvedic Group, to kindly join us at the dais. Mr. Abhilash Kalathil Ramesh. So can we have you on the dais, please? Next, welcoming Mr. Rajgopal JK, Managing Director, Dr. JRK's Research and Pharmaceuticals Private Limited. Mr. Nihaj G. Mohammed, Chief Executive Officer, Mitra and VIA. Next, Mrs. Kumutta Wali Shivkumar, Managing Director, SKM Siddha and Ayurveda Company. Dr. Somit Kumar, Chief Scientific Officer, Arya Vaidya Pharmacy. Next, I would request Mr. Shrijit Idamana, Chief Operating Officer, Apollo Ayurveda Hospitals, to kindly join us at the dais. Mr. Ashwana Gandhi, Chief Executive Officer, Niramaya Retreats. Mr. Gopinath Balasundaram, Chief Executive Officer, The Residency Hotels, India. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, to set the context, I would like to welcome Mr. Ishan Pandita from FICCI to kindly join us from the Ministry of Ayush, Government of India.
Good afternoon, August audience, respected speakers from the industry. I take this opportunity to give a context to this session. This is one of the important sessions that we have. We have heard about what government and various state ministries and state departments are planning and how they are trying to empower us with the Ayush set of services which they are offering in their respective states. But it is equally important. From FICCI, I represent not only the Ayush department, but also the medical value travel industry and department. And there is a very unique offering that we have in India. We have the best of the doctors, best of the hospitals, but we also have a unique which is something which is only unique to India, is that our offering for the medical value travel in Ayush, which not only helps the patients who are coming from other countries to get themselves treated with the modern medicines, but in the recuperation period, they are also helped by using these traditional system of medicines in India. I think why it's important for us and the industry to come forward and support the government, these government initiatives is one, we want to go and approach the world as the global leader in healthcare. That can only happen once our initiatives are in sync with the initiatives provided and by the government of India and also by the various states. With this, I would like to now set the ball rolling for our industry members to give us perspective of how they have been able to achieve their respective progress in their areas of interest, and specifically talking about their businesses, how they've been able to create that impact, which is very important for us to take it as a success story. So these are the success stories that you have in front of you. And there are aspiring entrepreneurs among the audience who can take the advantage of these stories. And let's create an ecosystem which would make us best in the world. With this, I would like to ask moderator to please go ahead with the session and let's have these presentations. Thank you.
All right, thank you, sir. Now, let us hear from our distinguished industry leaders who are at the forefront of transforming the Ayush medical value travel landscape. So to start with, to invite our first speaker forward, I would like to welcome Mr. Abhilash Kalatil Ramesh, Executive Director, Kairali Ayurvedic Group, to kindly join us forward with a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, can you hear me? Is it clear? So I'll give a brief about Kairali Group. We've been around since 1908, just 115 odd years. We are now in over 30 countries. We've been doing Ayurvedic products also in over 25 countries. We have Ayurvedic centers across India and in 12 other countries. Our major hospitality projects and hospitals, one is in Kerala, we're opening now one in Goa, and we have one in Czech Republic as well. It's an 80-bedded center. The Kerala property has been promoting medical value tourism and Ayurveda across the world for the last 30-odd years. It officially started in Feb 14, 1999, but we've been promoting Ayurveda as a service or treatment option across the world since 1989. It is a NABH and ISO certified property. A brief snapshot about the kind of tourists or patients we get from across the world. We get about 56 odd percent domestic, and the rest is international. We get about, and in terms of revenue bifurcation also, if you can see, about 55% odd is from the international clients. So there's a slight discrepancy from the domestic versus international. The average length of stay for an international client is about 14 nights for any therapy program. They spend about 3.5 odd lakhs to 3 lakhs at our properties. If you want, and then our major markets are France, Germany, UK, and UAE. We've been predominantly present in these countries as well. We do a lot of road shows, a lot of events, including local camps, medical camps, etc., in these countries as well. Panchakarma obviously is one of our highest selling treatment. It's because I think in international markets, preventive healthcare is also very relevant and covered under insurance. So a lot of people do come for Panchakarma as well and for their treatment protocols. We get a lot of clients for metabolic and gut reduction, obesity, and diabetic treatments as well. And as you can see, immunity and stress, etc., is an upcoming and growing trend in the international markets. These are some of the programs we've done across the world. We do a lot of training. Marketing and sales in international market is just not the generic way of doing it. We do a lot of training programs internationally. We get a lot of international students as well. We promote our Ayurvedic products internationally as well, so which drives a lot of curiosity and awareness about Ayurveda so that people do travel into India to come for their therapeutic needs. We work a lot with Kerala Tourism because they have promoted Ayurveda across globally. They do lots of road shows. They've done a year-on-year basis. We've launched a new platform as well called Kai, where international guests, before arrival itself, they can use an AI-generated model to discuss about their therapeutic needs, care, what all is needed, be it suggested products, suggested treatment, duration, and one good thing is it can speak in their local language, dialect, or as per their needs and wants, not just as per what we want to sell them. Yeah, it's short. If you have any questions, I'll be here and you can discuss this later. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for a very crisp and an informative presentation. Now moving on to our next speaker forward, I would request Mr. Raj Gopal J.K., Managing Director, Dr. GRK's Research and Pharmaceuticals Private Limited. Can we have a round of applause as we welcome our speaker forward, everybody?
Thank you very much, and thank you, Vicky, and thank you, Ministry of Ayush, for organizing this wonderful session, and thank you all for staying back. You must all be definitely very hungry. Yeah, I wouldn't take too long a time. And this would be? Okay. Show it to them. Okay, so alternate, I don't want to get into a kind of a more of a presentation about what we are, but more to have a food for thought before we go for food. So alternative medicines have been in the lookout for many people across the world. There are enough statistics which says people are actively looking for alternative management of their medical conditions. And autoimmune disorders and lifestyle disorders, as we saw, top the charts. And psoriasis, which is a skin disorder, which is about 2 to 3% of the global population. 40% of the patient populations are looking for alternatives. Why are they looking for alternatives? It is because still, to date, there are not enough cost-effective, safe, long-term management of many of these medical conditions. And the percentages actually have reported to be much higher in some of the Indian neighboring countries, Middle East, thanks to the historical connection. And therefore, this opens up a huge possibilities for medical value tourism. And much of it has been highlighted in many of the earlier presentations. There is already a patient inflow, but I'm sure it can be in several millions. But the real value in MVT would come from greater engagement with the patient or the customers. We have enough being said about how to attract. We have attractive packages which are there in various centers. We are also having good treatment centers. But what is actually also missing is that the continuity of engagement with the persons who come. I mean, we should not have one-off people coming and having a wellness regime and going back. In true Ayush, we need continuous patient engagement, and that would come only if we have the availability and the reach of our medicines or any pill or any oil, or so many things which we have in Ayush that should be available to them once they go back to their countries. So for this, the compliance to the regulatory environment in each of those countries becomes extremely critical, and it's not so easy. So the engagement of the patient, if it doesn't continue, then what happens? They come for a visit, week or 10 days, they get fine, they feel good, then how do they engage and continue? They don't have a formal mechanism to get the medicines as and when. And also, the patient engagement with the medical practitioner post the treatment is also very important. And I'm very happy to see many of our industry colleagues already setting up good infrastructure for continuity of patient engagement. It's also a very, I wouldn't say sad state of affairs, but it's a reality that it is still that very few Ayush medicaments are approved as medicines by much of the developed world, be it US FDA or the European Union or the Australian. So that's a big challenge in front of us for the system to be accepted and being part of the global chain. So for increasing the availability, the industry, I think all of us colleagues here should really follow global standards so that the acceptance becomes really accepted and widely available. For the compliance, we have to do a lot of work on the safety of the raw materials itself. If you have a Ayush formulation which has got 2-3 ingredients, it is really required for us to keep up with the things. Okay, compliance to the global manufacturing process, quality standards, and action required is to increase the infrastructure for that. So use of technology, I think some of the earlier colleagues, a lot of systems for CRM tools, and I also happy that some MVT portals are being talked of. So at Dr. JRK's Research and Pharmaceuticals, we are a 33-year-old company, 33-year young company, and we have always focused our work on the research-based approach, where we have established many of our formulations for the management of skin disorders like psoriasis, and we have published more than 200 research and clinical evaluation publications in both domestic and international journals of repute. And that's not overnight's job, and it's been happening for so many years. And from the day one, from the time of our founder, Dr. J.R. Krishnamurthy, Padma Shri Awardee, for his contribution to the system of Siddha medicine. So very recently, we have done a very extensive clinical trial for diabetes, a drug of ours, which nearly about 300 patients. And it's all of those studies have been CTRI registered. And this is something that has helped us gain acceptance in a global platform. I'm just sharing a couple of formulations of ours which have become globally acclaimed, particularly for the management of psoriasis. And it is one of the few drugs from the Siddha system, from the Ayush system, to be recognized as medicines in some of the international audience. And still we have some work to do to meet the compliance. So all I would like to call upon the industry as well as the people who connected is, let's focus on ensuring patient engagement post the phase of attraction and good service. I think this is what will keep the success of the treatment. Success of the treatment, particularly for lifestyle disorders or chronic skin disorders, you need continuity of patients' medicines availability. So I'm sure Ayush medical value treatment is going to be having a wonderful future. And thank you, everyone. Thank you, Fiki.
Thank you, sir, for your warm wishes and for the thoughtful presentation. All right, ladies and gentlemen, before we move on to our next speaker forward, so there's a small announcement which I would like to make. There's a wonderful expo which is coming up, the National Arogya Expo, that is the Ayur Conclave, which starts from 28th to 31st of August 2025 at Wings Convention Center, Chennai. So Ayur Conclave is the intellectual and the cultural heart of Arogya Fair, where thought meets practice. It is where students, startups, policymakers, researchers, and citizens shapes India's new wellness identity. So we would request all of you to kindly be a part of this and join us from 28 to 31st. So this is the pamphlet here. So do join us and let's all shape India's new wellness identity. Thank you. All right, now I would like to welcome forward Mr. Nihad G. Mohammed, Chief Executive Officer, Mitra and VIA, to kindly join us and address the gathering with his presentation. Can we have a round of applause? Everybody, the momentum is quite less. I would want all of you to have a little bit of energy. So very soon we would be done here. So until then, let's keep the Josh higher.
Thank you. So when does the slides move forward to this one? Yeah? That's it. So thank you so much. Vanakkam to my brothers and sisters of Chennai and Tamil Nadu. Good afternoon from Kerala, God's own country. What I'm doing here is I'm going to give you a slide presentation of how we at Maitra Hospital and VIA, a newly set up brand, is trying to help build Ayush medical value tourism in the country. All the eminent speakers who have come before me and after me will primarily speak about the same topic. I assume everybody is hungry, like Raju Balan sir said. I'll try to make it as concise as possible, as simple as possible. So the beautiful presenter today will tell me that we don't have time and we have to wind this up. Yeah, let me do my best. So what are we doing with our role in defining the future of health? So if you look at the global health wellness markets, we have a rich heritage in terms of all Ayush-related streams in this country. I don't think anybody in the world can boast about a 3,000-year history of traditional medicine in the world. And there is a growing demand for wellness tourism. As you would have all noticed post-COVID, there has been a general sense of how medicine is perceived, medicine is absorbed, and medicine is consumed. And I believe that wellness is the future of healthcare. In our internal meetings, we kind of call that as Healthcare 3.0. And what we're trying to do is, I want this slide to kind of stick with you all in terms of what the market presents in terms of opportunities. It's a 5.6 trillion market. And if you might have noticed, some of the speakers who came before us, they said the global medical value tourism market, especially India's contribution in it, is about 18 billion by 2026, 2027. Where is 5.6 trillion and where is 26 billion? So I want to appraise upon you that the opportunities are endless. What we stand to gain as a country in terms of trying to promote wellness for the world, we have opportunities to bring wellness, we have opportunities to move the country from illness to wellness to well-being. There's an increasing rise of mental health illnesses, both in India as well as overseas. Nobody talks about it, it's a taboo. It's something that's spoken behind the doors most of the time. but we as a country can also contribute to mental wellness as well as to physical wellness as well. So what is the industry's role in scaling up the vision? So we have to institutionalize traditional practices, yeah? We have to build clinical evidences. Every given day when we talk about traditional medicine in India, we do talk about how the industry struggles to tell the modern medicine world that what we have produced over the last 3,000 years is backed by sound science and sound research. But having said that, we have seen considerable strides with the Ayush Ministry coming forward in trying to, regularize, publish documents as well as studies in efficacy and effectiveness of traditional medicine. At the same time, we have to look at integrating modern diagnostics as well. I usually get a little surprised when I see some of my doctors in VIA. They hold your pulse and they tell you if you have some diseases, and I usually believe that it's a little bit of a magic at some point in time. But when you have foreigners coming in, you have to back that by modern diagnostic inputs. And I believe that the true sense of integration happens when you try to build modern and traditional together. And when you look at promoting traditional medicine, majority of the time what we do is we treat patients and let them go back to their countries. What happens to them after they go back? Who's following up on them? Are they following what is asked of them to do? So we believe that we have to continue to integrate digital health as part of our offerings when we talk about medical value tourism and Ayush. Challenges and opportunities, nothing different from what I spoke to you in my earlier slide. You need to standardize needs. I believe Rajgopal sir and a few other speakers before me, and I'm sure the few that will follow after me will emphasize this particular point. It's important that we standardize our medical value tourism. Standard our traditional health. I'm a little sad sometimes when I look at Ayurveda offered in 5-star resorts. Ayurveda has been relegated from a 3,000-year-old science to more of a spa service now. That's a 3,000 year of medicine. And we somehow believe that, that's the easiest low-hanging fruit that you can sell to the market. Ayurveda is a spa. Ayurveda is not a spa. Ayurveda is a traditional form of medicine built over 3,000 years. And we have to standardize it. I remember one of the speakers from the earlier process did talk about, I believe it was my own Honorable Secretary for Health, Government of Kerala, who said that it's important that we regularize, we standardize, and we authorize who can practice Ayurveda and Ayush streams in our country. We have to build strong regulations. Our economic growth can only form from two parts. We have to build talent. Without talent in traditional medicine, it's very difficult to kind of promote traditional medicine, right? So you have to bring in those talent. You have to start training academies and build the right people who can practice traditional medicine. And the other most important part, as some of the speakers said, manufacturing traditional medicine products. That's also equally important. Very few people talk about herbal farms. Land is a scarcity in this part of the world, and it's important that we look at encouraging institutions and organizations who are ready to develop Ayurvedic products that are efficacious, in terms of efficacy and effectiveness are one of the best in the world, yeah? And we have to build competitive edge. India boasts about medical value tourism. The problem is I see value as the biggest issue. Somehow we try to make our services look a little cheap, It has to be medical tourism, right? So low cost is important, but low cost is not the only factor in terms of how we demonstrate medicine. Yeah, it has to be high quality medicine. It has to be high effective medicine. So we are in a competitive advantage in trying to build the medical value tourism market, but I don't want to do the same mistake of what we all did with modern medical value tourism. Let's not be cheap in our offerings. This is a 3,000-year-old science. Let's value it at a level where even the people who come into this country will also look at it as high quality, high efficacy medicine. Yeah. Industry's contribution, medical, thank you so much, my time is up. Medical tourism and holistic retreats, you would see a lot of this developing in the country, especially post-COVID. You would see wellness resorts, you would see wellness, standalone clinics. What I've seen growing over the last couple of months, especially a year or two, is that hospitals have started to integrate traditional medicine as part of their offerings, which is a very encouraging sign. We at Maitra Hospital have been doing this for the last 2 years. I have colleagues in the audience who have been part of it. And I truly believe healthcare, if we have to evolve with integrated medicine, yeah? Technology innovation, something I've already stressed upon. Research and standardization, another important pillar in the whole aspect of trying to build traditional medicine. We have to encourage research in this stream. We have to talk about what the science is capable of delivering. We have to tell the world what it is about, and it has to be published. And then private sector investments. How much of what we can expect the government to invest money in all of this, yeah? So I believe it has to be a public-private partnership. More investors have to come in. If we are going to tackle that 5.6 trillion market for wellness tourism, we have to bring in investments. What we have done at Maitra and VIA is we've recently soft launched a new product called Tula Wellness Clinical Sanctuary based out of Calicut. It's a 30-acre piece of land, 800 crores of investment. It's a 65 key wellness resort where we have research, we have clinical wellness treatments, something that's very close to our chairman. While the per day, per night charges are $2,500 per night, which falls into the ultra-high net worth wellness tourism market. What we've done at Maitra is we've taken the science of Tula and tried to integrate it as part of Maitra. And what you see is a product of that. It's called VIA. Well, I usually believe that we would like to call ourselves a globally trusted brand, but I have to be mindful of the fact that there are industry experts sitting here. They are also number one in whatever they do. But that is what we all aspire to be, right? We want to be the best of what we try to do in our specific industry. Why India? Why Kerala? Unmatched healing wisdom. We have a lot of government support, and we have a thriving wellness ecosystem. We proudly promote ourselves as God's own country. We are blessed with nature, we are blessed with people, and we are blessed with knowledge as well. So this is VIA for you. So it's a fresh perspective on health driven by science rooted in tradition. And this is a small perspective of what we stand for. We're putting in another 50 crore investment in our hospital to build VIA. And this is the gentleman who did it all, right? He built yoga to a point where everybody in the world is accepting it. So a big thanks to our Honorable Prime Minister for promoting this as a concept to the world as well. So India doesn't just have ancient healing, it has a future of health, and we lead the future with clarity, compassion, and clinical precision. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, I took a lot of time.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, can we have a huge round of applause for all the speakers, especially sir, for making it really quick, yet a very impressive presentation. Now, moving on, I would request Mrs. Kumutawalli Shivkumar, Managing Director, SKM Siddha and Ayurveda Company, to kindly join us forward.
Down one. Okay. அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். எல்லாம் ரொம்ப பசியோடு இருப்பீங்க. I just have four suggestions for the ministry. So I'll just run through my presentation. For people who don't know, I represent SKM Siddha and Ayurveda. We manufacture around 1,200 formulations and in Siddha, Ayurveda and Unani, and we are present in 21 states in India, and we do a small exports also. So to start with, collaboration of, one second. So collaboration with the government and private players to develop wellness centers. So collaboration of Ayush practitioners and service providers with existing hotels and hospitals. For any Ayush practitioner or service provider, creating a new infrastructure for Ayush tourism requires huge capital investment and gives very slow and very long-term return on investment. So it is very difficult for any Ayush practitioner or any stakeholder to invest, to pump in huge amount of money initially. So if some support is there, it will be good, or if some partnership with the existing infrastructure can help us. Because of this huge capital investment, this restricts the entry of talented clinicians and new Ayush service providers from entering. If we could facilitate the partnership scheme between the two, we could quickly enhance Ayush health and wellness tourism and effectively utilize the existing resources and infrastructure. And secondly, as how acupressure and acupuncture play a vital part in Chinese medicinal practice, our Siddha system has a wonderful treatment technique called Varma. நிறைய பேர் இந்த வர்மா நம்ம வந்து ஆயுஷ்னாவே ஆயுர்வேதா யோகா அதோடு நின்றோம் இல்லை கொஞ்சம் நேச்சுரோபதியோட. ஸோ சித்தால எக்ஸலண்ட் ட்ரீட்மெண்ட் ப்ரோட்டோகால்ஸ் இருக்குது. ஒரு சிஸ்டத்துலேயும் நிறையா எக்ஸலண்ட் ட்ரீட்மெண்ட் ப்ரோட்டோகால்ஸ் இருக்குது. அதை இன்டிகிரேட் பண்ணி நம்ம ஒரு சிஸ்டமாக கொண்டு வரணும் அப்படின்னா நமக்கு வந்து இந்த வர்மத்தையும் நம்ம ஆயுர்வேதத்தோட இணைச்சி கொண்டு போகிறப்போ அது வந்து இன்னும் நல்ல ரிசல்ட்ஸ் கொடுக்கும். Tamil Nadu government provides MD in Varma in our Siddha medical colleges. Varma is a great science of our Siddhas. If well integrated to the treatment protocol of Ayush or modern system, will add more value, giving better results, especially in challenging neurological conditions and in pain management. Next. My third suggestion is, like, there is lack of standardization and regulation. This is one of the key factors restricting Ayush health tourism. Providing proper accreditation from the ministry for qualified service providers and ensuring participation of quality medicines will ensure safety and efficacy of the services taken by the tourists and boost their confidence to sign up for Ayush treatments. It would also improve the image of Ayush tourism in a very big way. And my last recommendation is to enhance the growth of any system of practice, we should first enhance the quality of education of that system. Enhancing the curriculum of Siddha, Ayurveda and Naturopathy colleges with the inclusion of basics of other related systems. Like people learning yoga and naturopathy should be exposed to the basics of Siddha and Ayurveda and vice versa. This would help us to well integrate the promising practices in each system and in turn enhance Ayush treatments provided. Also, steps to include communication skill development in the curriculum is very, very essential to attract global participation. And lastly, one small suggestion is that the Ayush Visa portal, in that we can provide a list of approved and accredited hospitals and Panchakarma centers for the tourists to choose. These centers can be periodically regulated, and like how we have star rating for hotels, we can also have these ratings so that people don't get cheated. This would minimize their disappointments. They would be well informed as to what should be expected apart from guaranteeing minimum standards. A separate click button option with scroll down menu of quality service providers with the ranking and even with the classification of either it is Siddha or Ayurveda or Naturopathy can be given in the portal. Thus, the 4 points I'll sum up: collaborating with the existing hotels and hospitals, integrating Varma therapy, ensuring minimum quality standards for service providers by government regulations, and enhancing the curriculum of our students. This would make India the most sought after health and wellness tourist destination. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Now, ladies and gentlemen, welcoming Dr. Somit Kumar, Chief Scientific Officer, Arya Vaidya Pharmacy.
A very good afternoon, and so I represent a tradition which originated from Kerala, evolved in Tamil Nadu, and in fact groomed by the whole world now. So we represent brand called the Ayurveda Pharmacy. It's nature's own desire that this, by the vision of our founder, P.V. Ramavariar, is thriving. So what we do, we manufacture medicine, we treat, we have hospitals, of course, in a domain where it is not co-located with allopathic facilities, but a standalone Ayurveda hospitals. Then we do export medicines, equipments. We have a lot of initiative in terms of creating human resource for Ayurveda propagation as well as delivery, because that's a major area where our mentor, Sri P.R. Kumarji, specifically focused, that if we don't create class practitioners, stakeholders in Ayurveda, globalization is not possible. So we do a lot of education activity, and of course we were one of the first institution in the whole world to start a double-blind clinical trial in Ayurveda with collaboration of WHO way back in 1977. Until now, we have been pioneering and championing the cause of evidence-based Ayurveda. Next slide. Sorry, yeah. I just wanted to show you what kind of transformational impact we create in our Ayurveda healthcare. This was yesterday, Mohanlal's interview, which is not paid by ABP Group, but in fact, there are two important photographs. If you see, it is Krishna Kumarji and his father Ramavari are there in his own experience he narrated yesterday, and it is out of surprise. In fact, today morning I have added this slide to this presentation, where he talks about how he came to Coimbatore to heal his spine, but what he developed was a deep insight into his spiritual transformation, which he still remembers after so many years. 1980 he came to our hospital, and his reporting is yesterday. Just imagine, this is the kind of transformation we can bring about in people like him. So this is what we require today to build the ecosystem. The people who want to deliver Ayurveda is not just to deliver outcomes based on turnover, but how can we transform human life and bring them a better quality of life. So our vision is very important. We do quality care and purity of treatment and make Ayurveda global. Again, there are many facts. I just wanted to tell you a very important report from McKinsey talks about 1.8 trillion global wellness market economy. My friend had 5.6. I don't want to debate the number, but what is very important trend which is coming up is clinical over clean. You know, last decade, everybody talked about organic food, organic products, but now people are talking about, I need a clinical care which is doctor recommendation. So they need a doctor to recommend you the product. So it's not just a product-based economy we are looking at in future. We are looking about real stakeholders who will deliver this product, this science, for the people of next generation. And this is the trend in the Gen Z. It's not in people who are millennials or now around 50 years of age, which is an average age where people come to this Ayurveda clinics. So this is a Gen Z report. So this is a very important. So biometrics, another telemedicine is definitely growing up, but the importance is, can we deliver a quality care through a proper ecosystem? And that's why we develop this whole ecosystem, where the first area what we do is research, reverse pharmacology, clinical documentation. We are one of the first institution in India who started document digitalizing the patient database from 2004 onwards. So we have almost around 1 million people database as to how they are. Of course, they may not be best right now suited for what called as machine learning, but we do have some kind of insight as to how people are responding to our inpatient and outpatient care. And not only that, we also give importance to publishing these findings. So we also run one of the oldest peer-reviewed journal in Ayurveda called as Ancient Science of Life, which is one of the first in the Ayurveda field. And in fact, we were the first, as I told you, to collaborate with WHO, also with NIH. NIH was one of the institutions. We were selected by NIH, even not a government of India agency, but a private sector player who had this history of research with WHO, got the grant in for rheumatoid arthritis. As we know that musculoskeletal diseases are very strong forte for, complementary systems of medicines. So we have developed research as well as academic collaboration with different institutions in India and abroad, in Europe, in USA, as well as Singapore, Australia, Brazil, across the globe. So what we do is we are not state-of-art, infrastructure, but we give decent, specialized Ayurveda healthcare, which ranges from 4,500 per night to 25,000 per night. Of course, because we are very clear about our niche, we are very clear about our offerings, and we are trying to give that value proposition with the best evidence-based care. This is one of the most first campus which started the Gurukula education. If you would have heard about Coimbatore model, in 1977, Krishna Kumarji started a first ever free education for all the students from first year to 7th year. And the first 7 batch of these institutions are on the helm of all the policy making today in Ayush. And this is where we still run this place for training institute as well as treatment center. It's called as Patanjali Puri. And this is one of our flagship program, what we call is Tattva Prakashani. Every 15 days in a year, we stop this whole hospital. We lose in revenues, but what we invest is 200 selected students from all over the world. We train them for 15 days, starting from 3 o'clock in the morning to 11 o'clock in the night. They go through the grind of Gurukula education system. They do everything on their own, and they understand what is the kind of rigor they go through and try to understand the real Ayurveda. And this we tell as the flag bearers for the next generation, because we can't do the course again, but we make young graduates to go through this whole lifestyle. This is another hospital which is a center of excellence in rheumatology by COE, by Government of India. We document almost 7 different rheumatoid arthritis, osteoarthritis, cervical spondylosis, lumbar spondylosis, psoriatic arthritis, and ankylosing spondylosis. As one of the, every 3 months we give the data of health-seeking behavior of all the patients who come for this disease to Government of India as a part of our COE initiative. So that's what, and the next is our AVP Research Foundation, which runs on the principle of personalized, predictive, participatory, precise, and preventive healthcare, which is called as P5 model. And then R&D and education initiative towards whatever is done in our due course of time. So we run specialty Ayurveda clinic in diabetes and metabolic disease, eye, gynecology, musculoskeletal, anorectal. This is another area of great integration with a great position, a very good clinical outcome, pediatrics, Marma, and other specialty clinics. This is our third. So in Coimbatore itself, we are on an average, we are around 500 bed together, and we are full. Why? It's not that we market. You seldom will see our, SEO getting, surfaced at somewhere. What we have built is the trust with the customers, the patients, who come always after seeing a change in their clinical outcomes. And this is, I just wanted to show you almost 16.5% across 500 beds, 16.5% people are from abroad. Of course, USA is on the top of list, United Kingdom, Australia, Canada. So across West and East and Southeast, we get patients. Now, there is a health-seeking behavior difference. Like suppose, as we told you, the musculoskeletal is one of the highest. And then, of course, when you talk about treatment effectiveness, it is, of course, 65.8%. It is not 100%. We don't manufacture data. We know that with due course of when you have a follow-up visit, what is kind of satisfaction? We have good satisfaction rate as per this. And then side effects has been a major area where we have been studying people with integrative approaches that they are taking allopathy, Ayurveda, everything. Do we feel these kind of interactions? So 91.7% say no. They don't have any such interaction or side effects. Diet acceptance. When you go to an Ayurveda clinic, first thing they will say, oh, they will say pathya. They will say diet. But the best part is they accept a patient accepts or expects such 96.7% people accept or expects you to give a diet regulation. Then only it's about the individualization of a diet. So this all based on our, then IPD, of course, skin. I was just very happy that J.K. Sir was talking. Yeah, I'm just finishing. He was talking about the skin. In fact, skin is the second most important area of specialization we have to focus on. Apart from musculoskeletal, there are other issues. So what we need to just tell is that we create value through not just products, not just services, but also manpower, and our commitment, 120 years of commitment, is for the whole ecosystem of Ayurveda, because that is what will create sustainable growth for complementary and alternative systems like Ayurveda to be globalized. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Now, let's welcome forward Mr. Srijit Edamana, Chief Operating Officer, Apollo Ayurveda Hospitals.
Hello. Hi, good afternoon. My name is Srijit Edamana. I'm the Chief Operating Officer of Apollo Ayurveda. So let's start off with a video, right?
My name is Karen Sternfeld. I live in Chicago, and I also live in Chennai, and here I discovered the Apollo Ayurveda, and I've just finished a 3-week treatment in the Apollo Ayurveda Center. I have MS. I was diagnosed almost 30 years ago, more than 30 years ago, when I was 21. And for the past 20 odd years, I've been using a wheelchair all the time. And this 3-week treatment has increased my strength in my legs. I've felt a connection, a nervous connection to movement in my legs and my feet that I haven't felt in more than 20 years. And it's been an incredible experience of growth and learning about a different way of looking at the body and healthcare, and has given me a lot of strength in my legs.
Yeah, yes. So, come. Yes. Yes.
Can you go back to the presentation? Thank you. Yeah. So this is one of the cases who came to us a couple of months back in our Chennai center with a multiple sclerosis case, right? Now, if you look at 3 weeks, we have been able to give considerable improvement for the patient, and not only on the physician outcome scales, but also on the patient outcomes. Now, one will start wondering, is this a one-off case, or is this something which happens very common? No, that's where we start believing the strength of Ayurveda, right? And this is not just a one-off case, and there are millions of people like Karen looking for such solutions across the globe, right? And the trends are actually talking about that. If you talk about non-communicable diseases, people say that 75% plus of mortality globally is contributed by non-communicable diseases. Then people talk about multi-morbidity. We get numerous patients, they don't just come with one condition, they come with multiple comorbidities. Right? Recently, we had a patient who came from US, came with hemorrhoids, and also had IBS. And eventually, the patient discovered through us that he also had diabetes. So these are the kind of complex cases that come through. And the beauty of it is that, like many of the gentlemen mentioned here, Ayurveda is very powerful to handle these conditions. Primarily because of the patient-centric approach, we don't treat a disease, right? We treat a patient. And we also start looking at, what is the root cause? Why did that happen? How do we reverse the pathogenesis? So it becomes a lot more root cause-driven, patient-centric care, which technically also aligns with UN's SDG 3 goals as we speak. Now, it's not just one condition. We can talk about 200 plus conditions. Like Dr. Somit talked about multiple conditions. Likewise, there are multiple conditions where Ayurveda can give solutions. So if that is indeed our strength, then the question that we ask ourselves is that, therefore, what is our MVT position, right? Are we talking about wellness/tourism, or can we go a little broader and say that, the future of India's MVT positioning is all about the power of healing? The moment we take such a position, the opportunities to serve the world expand, right? We start talking about disease management. Multiple conditions can be managed. Then we talk about integration, and integration can happen at multiple levels. We can say yoga, Ayurveda, spiritual integration for body, mind, soul healing. People say that mental well-being is one of the biggest conditions that the world is grappling with. There are excellent solutions there. We are fortunate to be part of Apollo Hospitals Group. We also do quite a bit of integrative care, right? I mean, where patients are treated by two physicians, one from Ayurveda and one from modern medicine. And we're seeing excellent results, especially on the integrative medicine and rehab space, right? That's going to be another silver bullet for us, which can differentiate completely India as a healthcare destination when it comes to, competing with other countries, so to speak. Therapeutic well-being, right? We spoke again about multiple cases here, right? I mean, the fact of the matter is that the moment we increase the value that we deliver to the patient, I'm talking about quote unquote clinical value, right? That's when the well-being becomes therapeutic well-being. So there are a lot of opportunities there. We can talk about detox, we can talk about, kind of managing burnouts. There are multiple solutions that are possible. So where does this lead to, right? I mean, this could be the whole play that India can look at to differentiate from other countries like Thailand, Mexico, Singapore. Currently, we have a story which is, of course, price-based play plus some bit of alternative medicine. But there is truly an opportunity for India to look at saying that, okay, here is something which we can offer uniquely to the world, right? Now, what is the role that we can play, and what is the role where do we need help? We can bring in more and more of such case studies. We can bring in more of such stories for us to kind of make people understand. We can bring in high quality content, right? We can participate in road shows and all these things across the country to across the world to actually propagate the Ayurveda and its goodness. We can build unique solutions. We can build packages. In the morning, there was an ask for a package by one of the honorable secretaries. We can build it, no problem as industry. We will build it for you. And we can ensure that high quality care is delivered. We can give much better tracking, documentation. Everything is possible as industry, we can do it. And we are doing it as we speak today as part of Apollo Ayurveda. Now, where do we need help? We need a platform to show that, Ayurveda is, and Ayush is much more than wellness/tourism. We can do many of these things. Government did an ambitious project and did great work about Heal in India, Ayush Grid, etc. How do we integrate all these into a platform which becomes trustworthy for people to go in, right? Yeah. And then what happens is that also let's talk about direct access to many of these countries. We have our soft power, we have embassies. Can we bring there so that, people understand? I know for a fact that a lot of countries like Europe, etc., people want credibility on ground. Somebody has to vet it on ground before they make the trip here. All those things are possible, right? On-ground awareness routes, and of course, international insurance is another big piece that can completely change the play that we can look at, right? Now I'll take 30 more seconds about us. We are Apollo Hospitals Group company, Apollo Ayurveda, leader in precision Ayurveda and pioneer in integrative medicine. Our patient delight is world-class. 98.6% of patients rate us great or excellent or very good. This I'll skip quickly. We are one of the most awarded Ayurveda hospitals in the country. We were a Harvard case study in 2009, India's first NABH accredited hospital, only National Quality Award winning chain of Ayurveda hospitals. Then in 2017, we were awarded by Government of India, Ministry of CAI as India's best Ayurveda center for MVT. One comment that was come that time was the future of MVT has to be science-based Ayurveda. And 2019, one of the centers became under the scope of JCI. And yeah, we were also for India's first QA accredited center in the space of Ayurveda. These are our centers, 11 centers across the country, spanning across Chennai, Bangalore, Delhi, soon to open in Hyderabad. And we also have a 15-acre property in the foothill of Himalayas in Uttarakhand. And Kochi was our first center which came in, right? Yeah, we'll just skip. We are also doing a lot of therapeutic well-being programs. Just wanted to give a sense of it. Yep. Yep, that's it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir, for such an effective presentation. Now, moving on, ladies and gentlemen, I would now like to welcome Mr. Ashwini Gandhi, Chief Executive Officer, Niramaya Retreats, to join us. With a round of applause, everybody.
Namaskaram, welcome to all the dignitaries present on the dais and off the dais. I'll quickly take you through the, I represent Niramaya Life. And Niramaya Life, we are a premium wellness brand from India to the world. And we are known for our pedigree, experience and expertise. In last 13 plus years, we have treated more than 3 lakh plus guests. Out of that, 42% were international tourists. And we have a team with over 175 years of experience and truly want to put Kerala, we are from the Kerala, birthplace of Ayurveda, and taking Ayurveda to the global map. Through our unique Earth Wellness program, in all aspects, from the food, from culture to therapy, Mother Earth is a healer for all the diseases or this thing for the life. And that's where we believe to take this in a sustainable manner. Niramaya is also known for their CSR activity, which we are doing. CSR is our purpose and we do it throughout the year. Now coming to the main purpose of today's agenda. Today, worldwide, India, we saw in the morning, we spoke about India and our role, and as a proud Indian, Vasudev Kutumbakam is our philosophy and our way of life. Today, world is facing an immense health crisis. Be it from stress to sleep problems. Population of world is 8.5 billion approximately. 2.5 billion people are having a sleep problem worldwide. And as per WHO, sleep could be a next global epidemic. We have an aging population and also the lifestyle related disease. In fact, there is an interesting search trend. So holistic wellness is a core consumer need globally. There's an interesting search trend by Google. If you see, sleep is the most sought after issue amongst the consumer worldwide. Yoga is the second. So, and I mean, in this forum also, we can discuss how many people get a proper sleep. The sleep is defined by that. And in fact, globally, there are brands, there are companies like Calm or Healthspace, they have made close to $10 billion just by selling a sleep solutions. So we are just talking about one aspect where Ayush and yoga and Ayurveda can help. We all spoke about numbers in the morning. The point is, India is just touching, it's a drop in ocean. Long way to go for us. And that is where we all of us are assembled here, along with my fellow colleagues, that how can we take India into the global map? And India should lead the change. In fact, just to see some numbers, while we attracted 9 million tourists in last year, however, look at the other countries. India proudly call himself as a space, land from Ayurveda, birthplace of Ayurveda, but long way to go, including even in per spend per tourist also. Japan tourists spend close to $7,000. We saw in the number in the morning, the top countries were Switzerland, Germany, and Saudi Arabia. Maybe the Japan is a country Ayush Ministry should focus upon it, looking at their per capita spend on tourists. Yes, we spoke about this, and the point here is we also have the roadmap. Our Honorable Prime Minister has set this roadmap for Viksit Bharat, and this can be one game changer in putting our supremacy on the world forum. So India, this is what we need to do. Its wellness heritage is everyday wisdom. How can we do more branding? How can we take it to the next level? This is what we are looking. So that we establish India as a destination And of course, government is doing a lot of programs. And the consumers are also changing. The trends are changing. Today with Gen Z and all, in our resort, we see every month approximately 50 to 75 Gen Z guests are coming as a solo traveler. They just want to come unwind themselves. Now, lot of thing, and personalization is next big key aspect. So this is where all the players, be it Niramaya Life or other players, we need to integrate and offer and meet with the change. I think these initiatives by Government of India, Ayush Visa, we all saw the power of it, Heal in India. I think we need to do lot more. We have to aggressively promote that and brand. I think in the morning, one of our guests spoke about Incredible India. Yes, that changed the game in the world map. How can we talk about incredible, Ayurveda from India? Something like that is what government needs to look into that. And from our side, we feel that yes, be it infrastructure support, acceleration. In the morning, we got to know a lot of grant and incentive from the government, but it needs to be done in a lot more manner. And also the tax support, the tax regime, this is the kind of support all the players are looking from the government. Also, I think interesting point made in the morning about how can we publish a list of accredited center and, and make a very, very integrated approach towards building India. There has to be, while there is a website of Ayush Ministry, but can we put it and integrate it? That's the question here. Lastly, we believe that wellness is no longer a luxury. It is a resolution. And this is where we believe in Nilamaya, and that's what we want to make this change in a small manner, day by day, 365 days, 24/7. And I'm using this occasion to invite, we would like to welcome all of you with your family, or, be our guest, come to Niramaya and enjoy the warm hospitalities and enjoy the true well-being through our curated Earth Wellness program. So welcoming all of you in this forum. Thank you so much for the Ministry of Ayush for this Medical Value Travel Summit, and Honorable Secretary Mona Lisa ma'am. And we are looking forward to build this together, not just for the world, from the India. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Looking forward to be there at Niramaya very soon. Yes, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, the last speaker for the day, and I'm sure you all would be really excited. So I now would like to welcome Mr. Gopinath Balasundaram, Chief Executive Officer, the Residency Hotels India, with a huge round of applause.
Good afternoon, fellow speakers and all the delegates. It's not easy to speak just before the lunch, and thank you for your attention as well as patience. And I also would like to take this opportunity to thank the Ministry of Ayush to bring in the stakeholders, the government officials, as well as the support services like us into one forum to understand the industry better. Okay, I'm not from the hospital, I'm not from the wellness resort. I operate typical 5-star hotels in all the cities, and I'm here to just brief you how we play an integral part as far as the medical tourism is concerned. Just to give you a brief, at the moment, Residency Hotels operates about 7 hotels in India, 1 in Maldives, and a couple of more resorts, hotels and resorts are in the pipeline, which will open in the next couple of years. We are in the business for the last 34 years with our first property at Chennai. We have 2 in Chennai, 1 in Coimbatore, 1 in Rameshwaram, Pondicherry we have 2, and Karur. And 1 property is operational at Maldives, 1 more is being under the development. Now, what is the connection between normal five-star hotels operating in these cities and medical tourism, right? So some of the things which you can see, residency hotels are ideally situated. It's not that all the patients are inpatients. There are people who are coming for treatments which they don't have to be inpatients. They can come for services and then consultations, and they need a place which is centrally located, and atmosphere is not boring. It is much more energized. Rooms are modern, value is reasonable, and amenities are good, and service is attentive. Right? If you look at both the city of Chennai and Coimbatore, we are surrounded by hotels. I think when Mr. Shomit was speaking, Ayurveda AVP has been associated with Residency Coimbatore for a long time. I mean, I used to manage that hotel. There's a lot of customers who used to come and stay with us, and the people, the attendants who are coming along with the patients used to stay with us. Right? Some of the things which is very convenient, when you stay in the hotels, the entire room is operated. So if the guest need not have to get up and open the curtain or switch on the AC, switch off the AC, or lighting or opening the door, or watch their favorite programs in the TV. Everything is controlled by the iPad. It makes it easier. In all our hotels, at least 10 to 15% of the guests are connected with the medical tourism because of our location, and the services are connected. It is we cater to almost 10 to 15% of our occupancy is connected to medical tourism. How do the bookings come? So bookings come through the hospitals. Bookings are through the travel agents who are in some of these countries, and the travel agents who are present here, as well as through our website. Right? Rooms are premier, which is comfortable for all type of patients. Some of the patients who are staying for a longer time, there is a cooking facility available in case if they want to try out on their own. And our team is well trained to take care of the needs of some of the patients who are staying in the hotel. As well as the housekeeping is most important because of the patients. They've been trained to take care, make sure that the facilities are very conducive and advanced. And these are some of the people who stayed with us recently, and then has given a very good feedback as far as the services are concerned. These are some of the menu items which are available for the guests who are staying in the hotel, right? And most important, when you are coming for a treatment, you want to be taken care, pampered, right? There are other facilities. There is recently Nirmaya, when they spoke, it's a business and leisure getting combined, right? So people who are coming, there is a spa facility, there is a swimming pool, there is a gym, and the very attentive staff to take care of the guest needs. Apart from that, all our hotels are combined with, situated in a place like Chennai, Kavalishwara Temple, or Ramakrishna Mutt, and churches. Coimbatore, a lot of people come for Isha also. Surely in the days to come, apart from the medical hospitals, alternative medicine hospitals, practitioners, and wellness resorts, support services like hotels also will play a major role as far as medical tourism is concerned. Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again a huge round of applause. Thank you, sir, for the wonderful presentation, absolutely insightful. Thank you to all our industry leaders for sharing their perspectives, achievements, and aspirations. Their work plays a vital role in making India the global epicenter of holistic health and wellness. Ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to the conclusion of the Ayush Medical Value Travel Summit. On behalf of the Ministry of Ayush, I would like to extend my deepest gratitude to all our distinguished guest speakers, participants, state and industry representatives, and our partners for making today's deliberations meaningful and impactful. So, I would now request to felicitate our speakers, our esteemed dignitaries on dais. I would request Dr. Srinivas Rao Chenta, Joint Advisor, Ministry of Ayush, Government of India, to kindly join us and felicitate our esteemed dignitaries on dais, our speakers, with a small token of love and gratitude with a plant, ladies and gentlemen, first and foremost. Can we have a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, to all our esteemed speakers on dais for sharing their thoughts, their wisdom, and their perspectives, and for their incredible presence today. All right, once again, ladies and gentlemen, a heartfelt thank you to all our participants, especially our host state, Tamil Nadu. Can we have a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, where we are to our state, where we are right now in Tamil Nadu, to all the officials who contributed to the seamless organization of today's event. We hope the insights that has been shared today will lead to stronger collaboration and accelerate India's position as global hub for traditional and integrative healthcare. Thank you once again. Now we invite you all for the delicious lunch. Kindly join us for the lunch. And until next time, I see you all, ladies and gentlemen. So once again, a huge round of applause to all our dignitaries on the dais. Yes, sir. Absolutely a photo op. Can we have you all forward, sir? Quick. All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, a huge round of applause. If you found the presentation really, really insightful and effective, please make some noise for all of them on the dais. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, each and everyone. All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, it was lovely meeting all of you, and it was indeed a pleasure in being all of you a part of today's conclave. Thank you once again. Until next time, I see you all again. This is MC Deepika Jain signing off, saying Tata, bye-bye, see you.